You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
Know the difference between me and the others out here. With me and my brothers out here. Gotta look out for those undercover out here. Who claim that they love you out here. Even close ones play the opponent out here. So you gotta stay focused out here. Spitting game just in case you don't notice out here. This music only meant for a few. Let's be clear. See the difference with being passive who manage under pressure. To a coward who claim power to flex up. Remain relevant regardless of who was next up. And still keep it sick no matter whether the temperature. It's crazy to think that Jay changed. It's a shame what people would do as a competitor. Out here they will set you up, flip ticket they fetty up. Over little fame so quick to make you ante up. My survivor skills know this live while you're still. Cause they hold still the trusted field, the target kill. Out here you gotta be strong-willed. Now a Teflon don't even work to be a shield. Also overrate real, but I give them a different feel. Cause the minute I give my spill, they judging the written skills. But I keep it pushing, Ruth frame of mind like Ozark. Cause out here, if you ain't built to build, you can fall apart. Cause what you're calling art is stick figure pictures. While my scriptures give you visuals with principles to play your part. To sum it up, I'm just different. Who you kidding out here with a hard exterior but with a soft heart? Know the difference between me and the others out here. With me and my brothers out here. Gotta look out for those undercover out here. Who claim that they love you out here. Even close ones play the opponent out here. So you gotta stay focused out here. Spitting game just in case you don't notice out here. This music only meant for a few. Let's be clear, be clear, be clear, be clear, be clear, be clear.
Yeah. NASA took off, nigga. You ain't heard? Oh man, let me put my cape on. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, try and tell me something ain't did nothing. Fuck nigga, where you at? Yeah, crabbing the barrels, we tell them what levels. They pull you back down to their level, do better. I ain't so down for the come no letter. That money talk, fuck nigga, shut up. Try and tell me something ain't did nothing. Fuck nigga, where you at? Yeah, crabbing the barrels, we tell them what levels. They pull you back down to their level, do better. I ain't so down for the come no letter. That money talk, fuck nigga, shut up. Try to tell me something. Hey, try to tell me something.
Hey, I'm the only nigga you know that be blissing Balenciaga. Kuna Matata and no one go hard on my mother. You know we got goons and goblins in the field with the chopper. We caught him slipping, put a shell in his eye, getting in love with money, moving bell in the project's fate. Nobody expect me to get it, them teed up. You know how I'm flexing your city. We up, we flooded with Christy and Britney. These addicts got me at the vertical limit. I used to believe in the swipe of a visa. Hey, now that I hop on these jets and I get to these bags, 100 rats for these features. These niggas like crabs in the bucket. While me and me go fuck the baddest. It's nothing. We sharks out the water. Our diamonds is custom made. NASA just came back to earth just to let all you fuck niggas know that you fake. Made some mistakes in my life, but this currency somehow got me stuck in the race. Why in this high? I said, bitch, don't you read, cause your life could be gone in the blink of an eye. Know I'm the shit and that's 365. Norfolk, I'm holding it down for the sack.
Try and tell me something ain't did nothing. Fuck nigga, where you at?
Let's go.
Crabbing the barrels, we tell them what levels. They pull you back down to their level, do better. I ain't so down for the come no letter. That money talk, fuck nigga, shut up. Try to tell me something. Try to tell me something.
Send that fire to my email right now, y'all.
Back in the days, I was a little Mac. Bar heavy, letting the punch out when I spit a rap. Holding an iron mic, trying to become Mickey Facts. License to carry, I'm letting the chrono trigger clap. Got a copper mansion, I'm wondering where Luigi at. Rap Robin Williams, I swear the game genie back. King of Maps, Mario Maker, nobody beating that. Contra, letting it ring, they thought it's PD crack. How'd think of that? Legend of Zelda. My mind just linked the tracks, fly, pilot wings attached. You see the cardigan Gucci, I'm fresh, stunting soul controller. Cashmere, plus it got red buttons, AB. If I start to select a game, get worried with the zapper, blow a cartridge like my name was Kirby. Be afraid and scurry, cause my Resident Evil, GoldenEye. You thought you wasn't getting a sequel.
I'm from the team,
Send that fire to our email, that's thatdorkeyreviewshow@gmail.com.
No cheat codes in this game. If it's
We play independent artists,
right, 99 lives, a fight, a good fight every night. I'm so Nintendo. I'm just playing the game. Yeah. I used to go.
Please send your records to thatdorkyreviewshow@gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
We got about 5 minutes till we officially start the show. But now, it is your chance.
I hear you running your mouth, talking about how you the best out. Like I went south, like I ain't standing here with my chest out, poking my bubble vest out. Know how many years rappers been stressed out, trying to write the kind of rhymes that I left out of a song. You rap cowards are more on the day the Yahweh is gone. While I'm alive, y'all won't give me my flowers, cause I'm a thorn in your side. But that's alright, I'ma keep poking. The beast woke in the middle of the night, sheet soaking with teeth broken. That's cause I took a bite out my dreams, hoping it never stops. I only see L's at 3 o'clock when I peek at my watch. Laugh at these lists that I ain't on, I should be at the top. And that's as clear as air, so I'm there if you see me or not.
4 minutes.
I remember not having gas inside the hoop, so I added the coupe. The pickup got a panoramic roof, the chained angles. A angle looking like a kaleidoscope, shining so the finest hoes is eeny, meeny,
with the knife, stab him in the head like the Walking Dead. Paint his whole face red if he ain't got the bread. Curb digger, I walk up on him calmly. Put one up in his head like a zombie. I raise the bars, yeah I'm winning. These ain't bars, this my drunk flow, I'm bartending. I'm the boss, you're smaller than the box to Porsche. This Glock of course, turn your shirt to pasta sauce.
Did I say hostile sauce? Pasta sauce! 3 minutes and 18 seconds, we almost there.
I'ma shine all day.
What's up? We did just start. Y'all see that countdown?
To the Fetty Wap. People coming my way, nigga. Young thuggin' for the cash money, bumpin' BG all day, nigga. Ain't no secret how I get it. Soda water whip it, hit it with the ice on them. 2 times cause I'm nice on them. Call me chef boy, I raise the price on them. Block 9 got a bean fine. Hit for haters got a line on them. And my bitch got a heavy trigger. Still a nigga gotta apply pressure on them. 2 shots, head in the heart, so the body won't float on them. And I keep a read on my team. Make me look like a saint on them. With them high work in the bushes, the hot nose and the Prego can. Now I do it with my eyes closed. I don't even get to see it land. Make a man what they call me now. Used to use a gym star, now I use a Shetty just to chop it down. Wipe it down, crumbs with about a couple thou. 50 hours in the bando, 60 hours in the bando. I've been grinding all day, I'ma shine all day. Bought a letter just to stack the paper. If I smack a hit, it's gonna be with paper. Out the mud with it, caught a slug with it. Ain't no love when it come to paper.
2 minutes, we almost there. Appreciate y'all patience. Hit that like button, tagging artists. Send y'all best records to the pick and show. We play one per artist in the free line, or multiple if you guys are skipping hip hop, R&B,
Donnie and the Beat Chef. Sosa back in town, what up, son?
Donnie, what up?
Pardon us, we've been away for a moment.
You got it, send it in.
Back. Respect for respect, respond and connect. We on deck to wreck a record for the people, so excuse me for a moment, if you will.
It goes 1 by 1, step by step. Number 2, flexecutioner, you check my rep. As I sidestep, fly to death, you report to IRS. When it comes to lyrics, mine are best, you should try to rest. Woke up kinda blessed with a pint of cess. Had the finest sex, then I laughed at the sight of death. I might object, I'ma resurrect the innovative style that disintegrated while you pretend you made it. I fucking really hate it that you affiliated with any greats. Coming late, it's kinda silly, ain't it? A part of me, way a part of me back. Hit you in the jugular right where your arteries at. This is sodomy rap, cause I'm raping all the tape decks. Fuck a prophylactic, I don't believe in safe sex. I can see the greatness, Donnie and the Beat Chef. So man, quick to drop a body on the beat, bless.
Pardon me back, pardon me back, pardon me back, yo. And watch Sosa do his thing, yo. Pardon me back, pardon me back, pardon me back, yo. And watch Donnie do his thing. I spit fire at the jam cause I'm the man. The sample out of hand cause Austin sacrificed the land. I cop a gram of 454 to be exact. I roll a batter from the sack, slapping jacks with my homies cause we all ill. Watch you climbing to the top, catch you when you fall still, we all here. I get pulled over and got weed up on my person. Tell 'em my glaucoma got me blind like the curtain. Scoreboard reading that I'm still up, stall like Phillip. Take more chances than Chauncey Billup. The real be all real, he up at dawn with the young. Ready to get it on now. I don't trust in call, man, I don't trust in luck. You bought yourself a shirt that said you don't give a fuck. Try to believe it while fixing your weave and your cleavage. You look fine before, girl, just leave it. Forget how you look, I'm trying to figure your accomplishments. I don't know if you're deserving any compliments. Not in your dreams, I think I see the shit that I've seen. People shining in the light, are they all high beams? Yo, pardon me back, pardon me back, pardon me back, yo. And watch Sosa do his thing, yo. Pardon me back, pardon me back, pardon me back, yo. And watch Donnie do his thing.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
All right, y'all.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to that dorky review show at gmail.com.
can't feel asleep when I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right, big freaking salute. Welcome back. If you guys are here pretty much for the first time, we are That Dorky Review Show. I am your host, Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your mama's favorite. I already said that. Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka El Dorky Corbon, aka Dorquizo Quince, aka like, listen, we got too many damn AKAs and stuff like that. I rap, I produce, I mix and master, and of course I do this show for you guys. If you are a artist, music producer, if you're in a band, yes, you can send your stuff to the show. Try not to send anything that happens to be radio related or industry related, essentially. So that just means if you are trying to send us Drake, Kendrick, Jay-Z, DMX, Nas, Diplomats, freaking, 3-6 Mafia. Listen, we listen to indie. Keyword on that. Keyword on that. So if you started rapping yesterday or have been rapping for the last 20 years or whatnot, and essentially, never got to get that major record label contract, have your song on the radio, do the whole nine, you're good, right? Send your stuff in. Don't rap on their beats. Same thing goes for singers and stuff like that. You love a new Mariah Carey record, don't just get her instrumental and try to do a remix of that, unless you flip the production and way of the situation or whatnot, right? So do your thing. We do take everything but Tidal and Apple Music. So if you have a Spotify, if you have a YouTube video, if you have a SoundCloud, BandLab, you name it, we got it. Yes, MP3 and Wave. But if you send a Wave, try to send it via a like iCloud. It's, for whatever reason, the fastest way to download it, so I don't really have to wait too long as pulling it up. It is 100% free as well to submit to our show, but you can send a skip if you want to get played quicker or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion.
Nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from Hot Ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view, and I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing outside.
But yeah, big salute. Oh, and if we happen to reach at least 100 by the end of the stream, we will do a giveaway on the show where you guys are able to win free skips, free beats, free mixes and masters, interviews, and more. And in terms of me being, I'm an artist in the way of like I rap, I produce, I write, I mix and master. You know what I'm saying? And so musically, and I mean, I could draw, but like, nah, my kids are way better drawers and stuff like that, man. I gotta sort of scan some stuff in so I can at least show y'all. Cause you know what? Hold on. One of them made this shit of me and Deadpool. You know what I'm saying? Right when we had got them a little kit, little paint and draw kit or whatnot. So they, not me, my man. But all right, let's go ahead and head right in. As y'all know, what's up, man? I appreciate you guys for, of course, being here, rocking in and tapped in. Shout out to everybody on TikTok, YouTube, and of course Twitch. Say, can I send my music song, or can I send my Unk song? Yes, you can. Again, send it to our email, thatdorkyreviewshow@gmail.com. Information should be above. And then, you know what I'm saying, he said you got that puppy over there, said that, yes sir. He said my stream bugged out and was playing the chat from the other stream. What the heck? Shout out to Jab. Are you sure it was the other stream? All right, let me go ahead and get in the line right quick so you guys don't take too much time. And again, if you want to skip, hit that hit that skip line out. We'll get you in immediately. I want to just get us freaking started right on the cusp or whatnot. Let's see who goes voiced in that. All right, private press. We should have you. They always do that. They go, man, you said YouTube. I gotta call YouTube something else anytime I mention it. It's ridiculous. Cause TikTok will be like, nah, fam, like we fuck with you, but like you ain't all competent. Like, no, man. I want everybody to have the freedom to tap into whatever platform you guys choose, right? And I feel like, again, when and if we make content on any platform, we also want to bring it to the other platforms as well. So, I'll post things from our longer streams that are on, of course, the YouTube, bring it over to, TikTok and all that good stuff. So, all right, 1 to 10, all feedback is welcome. We got Icarus with Alley Cats.
It's Kid Icarus. Yeah. Yo, Doc, where's that Kush at, man? Yeah. Drake, roll that shit out.
And let me see, what'd you put in? Oh, yeah, you know what? I got that skip too, right? Let me see what it was.
We in the crib, laced up, 3 grams of 1 blunt. My man ran to stand, the plan was fucked up. We were supposed to make more than half in the profit. Product was weak, I got it back for what I copped it. Dropped the call, got the Goonie Goose on the swarm. Half an hour later on the front lawn of a weak peddler. Got my money back, played the boy like Hefner. I'm more helter-skelter, my dreams run dark. I'm methadone for the fiends at heart. I dream of thoughts too dark to mention. Left side of my brain, try to stage an intervention. And did I mention my line of henchmen? Run deep is never ending. Pulling jokes from all crooks in Ocean 11. I dream of heaven, but no, it's not there. Life's but a dream, living like you don't care. Life's but a dream, living like you don't care.
Let's speak the truth, people. Okay, let me see where. I got you next up, Casey. Got you next up. A lot of freaking people don't even know who they next up. Freaking people don't rap stuff. People don't even really like go to nights and then go to a like and fight with a wet one.
Drug operations, kilos from Haitians, blazed out Jamaicans, purple haze hallucinations, $1 billion industry running narcotics across the border with a raw course of product. Money changing hands overseas with plans to oversee enterprises. Rise up while small heads flee underneath where corrupt police shake down teams and please believe they getting big trees. While I roll in a Charger, Operation Operate with Rob Lamarta, Kid Ink and Jurgen, Sussex County to Bergen, Cape May, Ocean Pacific, the fucking surgeon. So precise, scalpels on ice, so cut cheap. Medical associates, snatch batches of codeine mixed with cough syrup. Gear up and get burned. Sick drug trades up in flames, so get burned.
Does it messes? Does it messes? Does it messes? Does it messes? Does it messes?
Say what?
You see them grab that quantity in here. He's gonna make you kill it. He's gonna set it on his dry. He's not water. And all you gotta do is be there with the ball that pick me up. The contracts are right down.
Some of these sound bites are a little bit low.
3 o'clock in the AM, I'm out for the mayhem. Massacre minds, fucking again. I'm taking what you giving, how you living, how's the business that you're sitting. It's your ambience that's kicking. A little bit of flavor for it, even trade up brain data. Starting as Anakin, mannequin man, it's Darth Vader. The paper raider, rap rhyme drop, and player hater. Savor the flavor of evilness mixed with bad behavior. I'm a gentleman, still it's my mental plan. Short fuse circuits, Friday ride through Maryland. This cop staring, man, it's making me nervous. DA, FBI, CIA, Secret Service. Word to the bird, bitch, shit's so hectic. I stay eclectic and shot electric. Eject directed and mind infected. Heavenly melody, now I'm resurrected.
So before I'm winning the Blizzy Lit or the category of judging the naked idol in your backyard, man.
Does it messes? Does it messes? Does it messes? Does
the baby brother also sent.
Does it messes? Does it messes? Does it messes?
Check it. All right, first and foremost, the beat had me at hello, right? That it was dope in terms of, you know, what it was able to do within its confines in terms of, you know, it hit hard. It was a nice little sample or whatnot. There is still that other side of me that wants even more done to the beat. I did see like a little bit of a switch up at different times, but not enough. Right? There's always more that we can do to really feel like, as a producer, right? This is strictly from the production side. As a producer, we need to make the beat feel lived. We basically have to, you know, enact like we were in the studio the whole time, right? If we just simply make a beat and we're by ourselves, in most cases, we're just gonna loop things here and there, right? We may make like 8 bars worth of beat and then kind of loop it all the way from there, and then very little changes outside of like, you know, an intro and an outro or something like that. But when you're there with an artist, right, it's like equally, you know, being there, hearing what they do to the track and being able to build pieces or portions of the record to what they say, right? So you can cater the record a little bit more and not necessarily finesse the track, but like, yeah, like it has to be a little bit of a tug and pull with both. So for artists out there, even if you go to the studio without the producers, do your due diligence, and like if you can link up with whoever produced whatever beat that you guys are rapping on, send your vocals to them, right? Send your record, whatever you've recorded, to them, because we will always be inspired to want to get on there and do a little bit more, right? That you can then sort of replace the one that we made with, and you know, it'll be, you know, spot on or whatnot, and not necessarily feel like it's just a loop. And you know, in most cases, again, we may provide 1 minute of beat. You guys get in there, and then you may like it so much you want to loop it, so you just do that, and then we end up with a song with a few verses that are in there, and you know, it doesn't feel, you know, that lived in certain parts. The rapping was fairly decent. Certain areas I did think you know, needed work or whatnot. We're still talking about like mixes and stuff like that as well. We always know like a lot of you guys do need a little bit of polish if it's more of a kind of mixtape-esque, you know, kind of freaking record. But if you guys, again, put that polish into it, it's the difference between looking at a actual CD in stores versus mixtape. That's it. You said good vocals. My opinion, just needed more on the production and stuff like that. So you was hearing a little bit of what I was hearing. Yeah, and hold on. So you get my submission. Yeah, shout out to Rob. Let me see. Yeah, you're in the free line as well. We gotta skip. We gotta take care of course, right about now.
Yo, Dork Squad, this is Rick Sanchez telling you to donate 10 flurbles to Cash App $ pay a dork to get your song played fast as shit.
What up, this is Cartman. You can skip the long line by donating 10, 15, or 25 bucks to our Cash App, PayPal,
yes,
or Super Chat.
We know.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had.
Yes. Yes. All right, hold on. So this is the Casey Karma with Greed, and yours was a YouTube link. I should be able to just drag and drop this on over. Let's go ahead and close these other ones as well. And I got like 5 things I gotta do. Turn this off. Come over here.
Till I die, buying all the things I never had in life, drinking champagne and tequila on a catered private flight. That's the way I wanna die. That's the reason I keep going in this life. I just cuffed the baddest bitch I ever met in my whole life. She a smart gold hottie. I'ma buy a Bugatti when I make it where I wanna in this lifetime. And my hands been getting so building this pipeline. just a matter of the right time, cause ain't no one on my time. They say I'm full of greed, I'm just being me, reminiscing my ambitions and attracting things that I ain't never seen. Headed for the top, well you headed for the front. Lick the blood right off my fingers as I tear them all apart. They ain't got no heart, just some lost soul copycats who thinking that they smart, but I see who you really are. They told me I ain't holding any talent worth rewarding. I'ma hold them to that story, bitch, I'm selfish. I go wicked in these sessions, fill the studio with hexes. Sick of trying to search for blessings, I just cook it up myself, bitch. Always lacking in, every time they count me out. Hits different when you do it by yourself. It's outstandishly outlandish when they claim they independent as it gets, hoping no one checks the credit on their heads. Give me the money, I'm over the game. Quit acting funny, go get me the bag. Ain't doing features if nobody pays. Sick of these leeches, I flick 'em away. I'm acting greedy,
what
no
did it
handouts,
do?
no favors. Just jewelry and paper. Let the money talk and I might bless you with some flavor. Cause that shit you sent, it ain't doing you no favors. Sick of no credit, been pushed to the side when none of these nobody's colder than I. Up in the pace and I put in the time. I'm finna fight till I die. And if I take a shot, then it's eye for nine. Ain't turning cheeks cause I'm nothing divine. I'll just put out a hit and I'll kiss him goodbye. If you think any different, then give it a try.
That's it though, there's a lot of time when I wouldn't be able, if you can say there's a lot of freaking artists who can rip whole freaking songs or whole freaking beats. I don't know what to do, but I'm in the streets, and all the time when you freaking want to be a whole artist, hopefully like you and I in the industry, and you be like, alright, what did y'all think about that? I like, because he hit up both sides of the spectrum there. You know, trap-centric freaking beats, so there's nothing new there. But as an artist, right, getting in there and you know, having sort of a little bit of the melodics and, you know, some actual rapping, hitting up a certain flow in there, those are the things that people within and outside of the genre, you know what I'm saying, look for. In terms of the mix, it did feel like could slightly go up just a tad and stuff like that, right? We always have that just, you know, essence of wanting to crank the record up a little bit more. And I always talk about the fact that, like, on the platforms like YouTube and Spotify, like, there's only one volume knob. It goes to 100%, and then anything sort of like below that, you can't sort of all of a sudden crank it up to, you know, 120, 150. Like, you know, just when you like to, you know, get it to that sort of other level. And so when I hear a record that is on the platforms and I end up wanting to go and turn it up, you know, however much, you know what I'm saying, more, but I can't, all right? Again, there's just like, you know, no other ability to do it there. I always know that there's something else that still needs to be, you know, done, whether it's in the master itself or just making sure that you bring your vocals out. But YouTube also is notorious for, like, again, if something is a little bit wrong with it, they'll turn your record down, like, you know, -6 dB or something like that. I don't think it's necessarily that per se. You know, and you know, the performance and everything like that was clean. There was nothing else that I felt like needed to be redone. It is time-wise within 2 minutes and 19 seconds. So, I always simply let artists know, like, spend your time with the people as much as you can. Think about just like if your record was played on radio, and you know, like in different scenarios, it's like you don't really want your record to come on and then leave and then for that to be it, right? You want to stay in there as much as you can. Let's just say you were a producer and, you know, an artist who won a Grammy and is performing at the Grammys, is performing the record that you produce. Ain't no way you're gonna be comfortable with him only performing 30 seconds, a minute of it or something like that. You want it to be the whole song, because through that whole time you can go and let people, hey, you performing the song I produced, yada yada yada. It's like promotion for you, right? And like if they're on stage, you're on stage if you're not on stage technically, right? And so more time is always going to be a good thing as long as you're willing to give that to the people as an artist. You know, like nobody's looking at their watch as long as you're doing the work. We'll always say that on the show because it is true. If you're ripping it up, if you have switch ups, you know, within the record, things that continuously impress people throughout, they'll be right there pretty much, you know, with you. Now, Big Dizzy said that your voice lacks. So I don't think that this specific beat required him to go in and like have that kind of you know, performance melodically and stuff, right? Like it's a straight just trap beat and stuff. It doesn't need, I can't imagine Mariah Carey, Toni Braxton, any of the actual, you know, artists, you know, within, you know, R&B or just even like soul. If we're talking, you know, certain things like that, I can imagine them trying to do something that would make us feel it in that way or whatnot, right? But if the beat emits some kind of emotion and then you sort of like put them in there, I feel like you know, it'll get in there. But he said it's giving him to be movie vibes and shit like that, man. Listen, what movie? What's the plot? You had a valid 5, you know what I'm saying, from Rod on that. He said it wasn't his voice, just kind of, you know what I'm saying, still flow and whatnot. Ain't no wrong with wanting a little bit more. Ain't no wrong with wanting a little bit more. Then what'd you say? So he said, damn, bro, I sent a super chat, you know what I'm saying, to the wrong. How the heck were you in? Jab was in a whole, he somehow sent a super chat to another YouTube. And who was that said that it was saying it was, the chat was from another? That's probably what happened. Maybe you were watching the show on 2 different browsers or something. I have no idea. I can't like equate what really here can happen or whatnot. But maybe you were watching 2 different things at once and thought you were in this stream, and then you ended up sending it like that, man. Again, I don't know what else. Every now and then, refresh. Make sure you're in the right one. That waist deep for or the Marine 9 or whatnot. Let me see. And that's what I meant. And let me see what's up. Well, that is, let me see what else. Scott Storch. Let me see. And honestly, it seems like everyone starts out quick right away. And you said, what about slow then fast, man? In terms of the overall like energy that an artist uses, I mean, that works. That's a great fluctuation. I feel like Record Child has often been known to do that on a few records where he'll start off slow and then like he'll be rapping fast a little bit more by the end. And you know, we appreciate being able to see y'all do that, man. So all right, let me see what we got next. Let's get back into the free line. If you do end up sending a skip, let us know so we can get you guys in right away. We will continue. Rob, you should be up right now. This is Frenemies.
Excuse me, will you be my frenemy? Yay, thank you.
I didn't say yes or no. Okay, so don't be getting all excited. Hey, I say it. I'm trying to download your track, Rob, but it's not.
It said, nah, man, nah, son. I don't like me. And so don't play me, please. If you ever run across my record, can you please?
Let me see, where is it? And he said, you nailed it. No monotone. Everybody know that don't even know what the heck I'm gonna do, but I don't even know. Let me see what you said. Please play 9 to 5 or whatnot. Hold on. Is this? Oh, thank goodness. Let me see. You sent another one. That was not that. 9 to 5. There you go. All right. Hopefully this one opens. Once again, if you send freaking waves, I repeat, if you send a wave, send it with iCloud. Otherwise, like, it literally just takes forever. Like, I'm not even playing around. It takes forever to freaking download, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Hook a brother up. Hook a brother up, my brother. Okay, let me close this as well. That should, like, literally I gotta refresh. Refreshing email. Seeing what is up. Come on now, come on. All right. I mean, it's still a wave, man. I'm just clicking on. Nope. See, that won't even let me do it either. You see the stuff I gotta go through, man? So here we are, just sitting here, waiting. I'm just gonna push you back. I'm gonna go back in. Oh, never mind. It downloaded. Yeah, now y'all can get excited. But like, man, that's a grueling feeling right there. And now, here we go. That took like 2 minutes. There's a lot of time when you wanna rhyme, you don't.
Living like this will drive you crazy if you're not average. Living like this, yeah. Living like this, yeah. I've been going so damn crazy, I can't stand it.
What up, Lil
Living like this, yeah. Living like this, yeah. 9 to 5, more like 95 years off of my fucking life. 9 to 5, more like I'd rather die 95 fucking times. Coming to you live from my mind. These are just thoughts that I have, yeah, all the time. Living like this will drive you crazy if you're not average. Living like this, yeah. Living like this, yeah. I've been going so damn crazy, I can't stand it. Living like this, yeah. Living like this, yeah. Different masks I try on, never seem to ever last. Different masks I try on, different masks I try on, never seem to ever last. Never seem to last. The mask was cracked like glass. I guess that's just my cue to go be me, I wanna go do me. I wanna go be her. I wanna go be me. Not what the government says I gotta do. Gotta go and be. I don't wanna do anything that anyone tell me I gotta do besides G.O.D. 9 to 5. That's so monotony. Yeah, I can't lie. That just ain't for me. Living like this will drive you crazy if you're not average. Living like this, yeah. Living like this, yeah. I've been going so damn crazy, I can't stand it.
Those ad-libs are kind of a distraction a little bit. All right. 1 to 10. Those ad-libs in the background, while I appreciate that you kind of filter them out a little bit, right? You have, like, they're kind of stuffed in there, you know, kind of like trying to come out of an alternate dimension or something like that. But we can still hear it, you know, primarily, and with the effect that's also, you know what I'm saying, over it. It does make it a little bit, you know, distracting. I do appreciate that it is harmonization to a certain extent, but I feel like, you know, when you guys do harmonization, often, you know, go in, do that extra, you know, vocal, maybe do it 3 times, pan 2 to the left and freaking right, have 1 in the middle or whatnot. Yes, have them lower, maybe a certain filter over it or whatnot. But also, you don't want to do it with everything, right? Have certain lines that you know, pull in and out of, so that you allow some of your main vocals to stand out and be cool, but not. I do appreciate that there is some variation within there. I always am gonna say there can be more if we're not necessarily hearing you in even higher tones and stuff like that. When anybody goes in and does a song that fairly sings or sounds like it's easy for them to sing, it's not always as impressive. It's cool. It sort of like has a little bit of a vibe, and again, people chill with it. But when it comes to being that artist that immediately people want to get on their song or something like that, there's always just a little bit more that we need to potentially do. Who are some of your influences artist wise? Let us know within the chat and stuff like that. While you are letting us know, we will go back into the free yes, we will be going back in there, so calm yourself down.
Please send your records to that dorky review show at gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. And then what did you say? It's good, but they are all good, just nothing different, right? And let me see. And you said just an observation, nothing bad. And then fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying? It is. Jody, shout out to Jody Ray. Said mixing is a hard process. Yes, indeed. And he said you said I can't hear that though, the distortion. So there we go. And then Big Dizzy wanted to give it a dorky don't play that. And again, man, like everything's gonna have that different feel. Someone's gonna need a little bit more that octave switch is gonna be like, I don't care how many artists do it, I always feel like that's the rite of passage when you're doing a melodic record, right? So if you're in like we hear you in there, right? But also what I'm saying, if you're able to go an octave above that as well at times, right? It brings so much more energy to the record. It doesn't matter what record it is, right? Because if you're not, he wasn't like too low, but if it was too low, like, just very, what I'm saying, it would be very boring to people, very monotone. People would be like, you just woke up and then did the record, right? So they'd still want that tone at least, and the one you're doing currently on the song, within there. At certain parts, maybe even that, some of those being part of the harmonization, but balancing things out mix wise, right, will help things a little bit better. Then maybe even getting a feature that brings a different flavor to the record. Sometimes there just is that one thing that's missing that can bring the record to its knees, so to speak, in a good way, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub, Jasmine. Let me see what else before we jump back in. And then what you said every slamming recorded, sounds like Bismarcky. Think about it. I think you got to reword, rephrase it so we get what that means a little bit more. Shout out to Bismarck, you got what I need, and you say you got different. Man, what would Bismarcky have made today? Man, like who would he have worked with? I felt like, in the midst of getting like a lot of collab projects, right, where we have 2 or 3 or 4 more artists who like work together and do like a super group type of situation, I feel like there would have been a time where we would have got a Bismarcky, ODB, and I don't know, maybe Redman. Like who's the third wheel in that super group, kind of situation? We got Jab right now with Lost. Real quick before I check and see if we have a skipper or anything like that. Something different. Matter of fact, right now you better can listen. All right, something different. Let's see what's up. There's lots of producers in the building right now who'll be like, hey.
so long, I'm mad. Take a she don't even want me back. Never better than when I'm around.
Kanye, yo. I got you, Lil Novak. Where you going though? So it makes me feel like I'm randomly freaking going slow. And people also like freaking Ludacris will throw a bow and that's it. He leaves us with you didn't have to make that. You didn't have to make that short. 1 minute and 39 seconds. Why? Oh why? Once again, that one was sent by Jab. And the song itself is called Lost, and it's on SoundCloud, at least, you know what I'm saying, right now. 1 minute and 39 seconds. Like, look, for artists who are not in rap, right? Because rap is really the main genre that we have these conversations about. They feel like people assume or think they're boring when they get on certain records and don't want to listen to them for a certain amount of time, which, you know, is a viable thought if you're not doing much to your record. But when you have enjoyable vocals, if you're saying things that people can feel, people will vibe out for however long you want to, as long as you are willing to do the job. This is why we always have this conversation, you know, as much as we can, you know, on the show, just to let you guys know that your time is worth it if you're willing to you know, put that in. This is something that I can imagine you performing live. Sync license opportunities could be, you know, there for it or whatnot, right? I think you guys can think of many different scenes in a movie where this song would be used, and you know what I'm saying? It's that moment where the character found out someone was, you know, cheating on them or something like that, so they went to the roof of their house to just like be depressed for the next, you know, 30 minutes to an hour as they're just, you know, playing that music in a stereo through their bedroom window or some shit, right? It's that slightly depressed, or let me go jump in the pool, right, to block out the world for the next, you know, minute or so, just because like again, life sucks, essentially, right? It has that vibe. Or again, if you're thinking about, you know, somewhere in between that 90s, early 2000 kinda, when it comes to some of the more rock kind of records, right? That Nirvana meets there's so many bands that we could sort of like say in there. Big Dizzy said a car commercial. Everybody think about that real quick. The new Mazda 65 895 horsepower 329 3 EBV engine by Mazda. You drive it, we make it. Like one of those and shit. You drive it, we make it. That's not even their slogan, but somebody got to do that. And you said sound like 21 Pilots, kind of. Snap. Listen, all they would need is a rapper on there, right? You know, 21 Pilots is sort of like half rock and then half, you know, I think hip hop. It's a very small element. It doesn't like make the record all of a sudden need scratching and stuff like that, but you can just tell there's an element of you know, hip hop in there. So if there was, you know, that, or even let's talk about the Gorillas, right? I was gonna do the other funky. Thanks, just out me out of my couch, out of my edge. I'm a ton of bitch. Anyways, shout out to Lil Novak, said was good song for sure. I know why I said it with like a Russian, you know what I'm saying? It was Russian. And appreciate you, bro. No, appreciate you. Listen, make it longer, bro. Make it long. You guys are no stranger to making longer songs, so we appreciate those, right? And the thing that I at least bring up for all artists, right, is at the very least an extended version and a shorter version, you know, for the people who do want it, right? Like we have nothing but freaking time, so we can get in there and, you know, do as many kind of different versions of records. Someone will still take this version if it only had an acoustic guitar as well, right? So let's say like this version is the garage band version. You go do another one that has, you know, that's more extended, a little bit longer. Then there's a version that just has an acoustic guitar, or you know, maybe the melodies are played with the piano, and you're, you know what I'm saying? All of them will cater to a different audience who, you know, is and will be a fan. So they'll take in, you know, those, as long as you do some of the work. Let's go ahead and put in this other skit that we have from Lil Novak. Why do I keep forgetting to restart this thing every time? Because I get sidetracked. Hold on.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs, you know me. I love gold. I got a big stick of gold where my thing used to be, just because.
All right, this one is from Lil Novak. Let's go ahead and download and put this one in. Da 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 da. What do you say? Jaw dropping rhymes. You know. And it must be when I look in the mirror, she responds, you know what I'm saying, looks are free or whatnot. What are those? I feel like you be reading excerpts from books sometimes. Excerpts.
I'm overthinking all these thoughts in my head, it's getting to me. She went to my phone and see some women, yeah, baby, I lied. She broke down to her knees, she left me, I started to cry. Ain't give me a chance to speak, you blocked me, it's too late to apologize. And yeah, her feelings died. You keep going through my phone, you don't trust me, man, that shit be whack. I text your phone and ain't deliver, say that, then I ain't texting back. I had your back, you ain't had mine, you let my heart break with a crack. And now you keep blowing up my phone, I'm sorry, baby, not calling back. I ain't calling back, no, I'm not. They died in Novak for a while, look at the bottom on the top. I'm at the studio, I'm making songs, don't got time for no thought. We put up here 5 on the dot, now we leaving 3 o'clock. He did it big, all I think about is you, so I can barely go to bed. I be having dreams about you, why you so stuck in my head? I was stranded on the cliff, you left me hanging on the ledge. You don't give a fuck about what I say to him, your head that should be goofy. Plenty fish up in the ocean, you ain't have to choose me. All these hoes keep touching on me, they trying to get me cooties. Yeah, it's me, I'm the man, it's a problem if you lose me.
It's the fact he did
Tag
that.
your bad baby,
Extra
you leaving the
points.
plane on the way. On the way. It's not no point to contact me, I'm gonna be far away. Far away. We on the rise, I know you see me coming up, you feeling sick. Listening to your friends, they got you thinking that I'm with her. On my mind 24/7, I'm just here making some hits. In case you ready to come back, it's okay, I just sent your lift. Why you do that, why you do that, why you do that? Cause I miss you, usually you be with me without you, girl, that shit a issue. All my tears, they on the floor and they keep passing me some tissue. I'm so tired of fucking crying, just come on, girl, I wanna kiss you. I'm overthinking all these thoughts in my head, it's getting to me. They getting to me, they getting to me. I don't know how to feel, come back to me, I be ready to build. You took my heart, you don't know how that shit feel. You stay forever, dog, that was the deal. I was starving in the crib, I never asked for no meal. All the business just came out my heart, so we ain't never healed. I thought I missed my shot, I made it, I just dunked it like Shaquille. Talking about I lied to you, but no, they always kept it real. Always kept it real. Guess this shit is over, time to take a nail. You left me, but you was sexy, it was so cool when you met me. I was so stuck in my head, I was so glad the day you text me. I don't know how to feel, come back to me, I be ready to build.
You got all the elements that I usually look for in some of these kind of records. So, melodic, auto-tune, centric Songs. They are often a dime a dozen. We've heard many of them in many different genres, subgenres, and the like, right? What I look for, though, is, again, who are the artists that, can really feel like they're at the top of that genre, the top 20, 50, and 100 if you're going in the same playlist as, artists within there, right? And how much just, differentiality do you have with the record itself, right? What I looked at for him is, again, he had variations of those melodies that I'm always talking about on the show. Again, he went a few different octaves at different times, right? So it allows you to see just where his range is and what he's really able to do within there. Slight harmonization, what I'm saying, at different parts, Yes, there's some, punching in there, whatnot with the record, but you already know, man, as long as you can get out there and perform it like no record, just like you getting in there, and hopefully it doesn't need to be like with auto-tune, like in person, because we don't expect that. Like, we still want you guys to really just, perform as best as you can. But and the effects as well, that's one thing that a lot of artists will be missing with these kind of records, right? When I'm listening to the auto-tune melodicness, right, I'm often trying to see if it has that delay, that reverb. It's a perfect combination that when you hear it, you know what I'm talking about. It makes it feel very spacey, and it's pleasing to the ear when we're hearing those elements, right? And it felt like you had like half and half. You had some parts that had that, other parts that were more, straightforward. Right here, let me just get in, rap and sing the song, and then bounce or whatnot. So not bad, with that. And he said it slaps even when sober, 100. And then Jody said, I'm drinking though, but I say 8 or 9. I mean, like, look, under the influence, right? There's certain things are said to enhance the listening experience, right? So with it being enhanced, it doesn't simply just mean that, like, it's gonna be a lot better than what it would normally be. It's more of a it allows you to hear all the great parts even better, and be more anal about the things that you personally might hear or want to change or whatnot, right? Like, you'll be able to focus on certain things, or a way that you might have said something, and if anything comes to mind often, with that, like, it's always a good thing. So I don't think it's the same. You don't get beer goggles essentially when it comes to we'll call it beer muffs, right? You know what I'm saying? We have no such thing as beer muffs, right? It doesn't like just allow something to be that much better, because, like, I don't know, man. There's some things that, like, if I didn't like a music, and then if I didn't like a certain song or artist, again, nothing in me just says, nah, you need a drink, so it, like, it'll you can take it in a little bit better. Now I feel like I still hate the songs and even more. Yep, thanks for the Door Squad. No doubt. And he's at his active tonight. What up, AD? Welcome. And then Jody was like, yeah, hell yeah. And then it did sound completely solid, Jody said. All right, let's jump back into the free line. I mean, we'd get into the time conversation with him too, because it is 2 minutes and 31, you know what I'm saying? But he already knows, what's up, a lot of you guys know, if you're somewhere in that 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 30, I'm always going to, attempt to let you guys know, there's always more, right? Whether he gets like a female artist or something like that on there, or vice versa. Just always think about what you do, because there's still a remix at that, right? You said play VA Chingar, you know what I'm saying, by S21. Like, none of that whole sentence made sense to me right now. You got to send it to my email in order to get in the lineup or whatnot. We're on all platforms and stuff like that, so I do appreciate you and stuff like that. And then what do you say? He said, all right, man, you know what I'm saying, going to hit it. That's what's up. Shout out to Golf. And he said to take care, man. Always good to see you, man. You know what I'm saying? Get in there, do your damn thing. All right, let's go ahead and head right back into the free line right now.
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right, we got 1RZ with Reminisce. 1RZ with Reminisce. I mean, I'm pretty sure your name it's spelled something different. I mean, it's spelled like that, but I'm pretty sure it's said differently. I just don't know how to say it. But do realize that you guys make it hard for yourself.
I thought you'd be gone by now. I ain't gonna stay here, but it's different somehow. Something told me wouldn't listen. If you did, we wouldn't be in this position. I'm trying to give you all that you missing, but I can't win for losing. I kept it real when you had your doubts. You switched teams when your plans ran out. All of a sudden, girl, you need me now. I won't let go that I want you. That's why I've been all up on you. I took you out the country, girl, you spoiled. That's why I need you to be loyal. Take your time, no need to rush, girl, it's okay. Both of us too toxic for us to romance. You were tripping before. Thought you were gone by now. You know when it hurt, girl, you want it. Too much pressure and a bitch for it. That's what you want, I can do that for you. For you. I want you okay. Girl, you be my babe. Girl, you drive me crazy. I wanna make a best for you. Girl, I'm safe for you.
What up, what up, what up?
Girl, I'll make a place for you. Don't run away.
What up, illustrious?
Don't run away. Run away. I got a place for you to stay. As long as you love me all day.
All the energy. I don't know what the hell that you sending me. All of the chicks that I be parking. Too freaking like having a big friend.
You were tripping before. You were done by now. I understand.
It's like he went into a more like chill, singing directly to her. Trying to get intimate and shit. Let me go down. You love the freaking time when I'm chilling. I'm about to freaking come to your town. I'm freaking feeling down with the others. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Let me go into here and hit the button which makes us clap for you. I hereby decree you as the night of. Alright, so you know, still up in the melodic, you know, genre or whatnot, but this one's way more R&B centric, right? You know, when you can get in there and, you know, we always say these are the most like emotional, you know, well, it's the most emotional genre, right? Because you do have to feel what the artist is, you know, saying. At times, either feel like the artist is singing to you or, you know, singing in a way where you imagine you're singing to someone else or whatnot, or again, in just those days, right? In the days where like a lot of us might have not done music ourselves, all we had were, you know, songs to sort of make into a mixtape. And you know, kind of give to, you know, whoever we was feeling to let them know, like, you know, songs that made us think about them or something like that. As time went on, you know what I'm saying, if you started making music and, you know, even producing, you start to take records like that and then add a verse to it, like you're a part of the song, and then, you know, sort of do it in that way. But, you know, the first step is you making a good record, you know, yourself, that sort of pulls, you know, from the emotion or whatnot. And it has different sort of elements freaking to it, right? Sort of like different parts where, like, sometimes you're, you know, it'll feel like you're singing, you know, to a crowd, you know, essentially like you're doing a performance. And then other times, like as it got down to the latter of the song, or the, you know, towards the sort of end and middle, it became a little bit more intimate, like you were singing directly to her, you know, you're dancing close and stuff like that. So you know, I always want to know what the ladies' opinion of that was or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Is we able to move close when that sun comes in, when that song comes on? But he said, you're right. I would have said 10 out of 10 if I could relate more. Sounds great. 8 out of 10, you know what I'm saying, as well. And he said, much less boring than a Bruno Mars song. Man, like what Bruno Mars song are you listening to though, man? You know what I'm saying? Because that, you know, it really depends. And then the Big Dizzy also said, I started to go into therapy and stuff like that as well. You know what I'm saying? He said the fucked up singing at points had add authenticity, which is a good way of looking at it as well. Allow me. So let me restart. I'm gonna restart this side, you know, real quick. While I jump back in. If you guys are, thank you for the follow. I'm restarting the stream right quick, just because every time I mention, and I gotta say YT from now on, I guess, or whatnot, but anytime I mention like YouTube or Twitch or some, they'll block the reach on the same. I wonder if they do the same for the other platform. If I mention Twitch or TikTok or something like that, if YouTube technically blocks the reach or whatnot. I mean, like, look, man, we always talk about it, and like there should be no competition or ill will. The thing is, different platforms are good for different things. Hold on, let me bring this up. Different platforms are good for different things or whatnot, right? So you want people to have the freedom and the comfortability of whatever they love to tap in on. So that was always my thought, which is what made me want to, you know, multi-stream. You know, anytime I went live, I said, like, there's always somebody who prefers, you know, FB over YT over, you know, this and that. So we never have that. And let me see. George Floyd was freaking good. Derek was freaking popping as well. Give me a second, just so I can make sure we're, because I gotta fix my banner on that. And what else did you guys say before we jump back in? Sup, Floyd? Floyd Mayweather, Floyd. Man, when names become more popular based on certain people and events and stuff like that, man, you know, you either get put up on a little bit of a pedestal, or it's a curse that sort of follows you depending on the actual you know, name or whatnot, right? Like Ted Bundy, something like that. J Monet, Women's Universe.
You could buy me diamonds, and you could buy me pearls, yeah. Take me on shopping
We're in the free line right now.
All over the world. You can buy me a mansion. You can buy me a mansion. With a pool and a yard. Yeah. But when they tell the story, they always leave out one part. Because if it's a man's world.
Oh, snaps.
And it's a woman's universe.
Yo, okay. That's nice.
Because if it's a man world,
I never thought I would see like a woman remake that song.
Who brings the love? Who wipes the tears? Without a woman in this world, tell me how would it feel? She's like melody in motion, easy on the ears, aging like wine, getting better with the years. He builds the beat, she writes the song, he keeps it solid, she keeps it strong. He holds the sound, she brings the tone, he brings the bricks, she makes the home. Because if it's a man's world, then it's a woman's universe. Because if it's a man's world, then it's a woman's universe. From the struggle came shining, no diamonds, just grit. Out the concrete, the rose grew, the sunlight didn't miss. Taught the world how to rise when they wanted to quit. She's gracing high heels, as strong as it gets. A wife and a mother for better or worse. Sometimes I ain't sure if it's gift or it's curse. Got love for her man, but she knows what she's worth. If it's a man's world, then it's our universe. Because if it's a man's world, then it's a woman's universe. Because if it's a man's world, then it's a woman's universe.
Can you imagine her doing that song for like a competition, you know what I'm saying? Something like, American Idol, The Voice, or something like that, right? The reason why I like it is because it's a proper, remake and or, remix, right? Often I'm always telling artists like, take your remixes, a little bit further if you're going to do, another rendition of a song that we already know, right? When you guys go in and maybe you just kind of like, rappers sing to the original instrumental and then kind of just do your own thing sort of on it or whatnot, is aight. But when you can add a new flavor, right? Or even again, continue and tell the story from that other POV, right? Because, again, we know the original song, what I'm saying, from James Brown. It's a classic. A song like this is a no-brainer. I'm surprised it took so long to do it, right? There are so many, artists that I could have seen, sort of like pulling out their version at different times or whatnot. And maybe they did in different ways, but they didn't directly like, let me do, what I'm saying? Do what she just did right now. So I feel like there's definitely something to this that'll be liked from a lot of people or whatnot. Doesn't feel woke at all or whatnot, right? That's always the word of the century where I kind of hate that there's a hate for the word, and essentially you know, it divides like a lot of fan bases of you know, things, and it hinders, you know, I think a lot of, you know, just female entities from being appreciated and you know, whatever kind of badassery is on screen or whatnot, right? I do get it from time to time when a lot of the criticism and stuff like that comes in, because they always give sort of examples of the things they like. But you know, when it comes to you know, good music, good writing, good artistry, good acting, all of that, you know, it's gonna come down to that real talent or whatnot. So this right here, I mean, shoot, music video, make sure that it's you know, make sure that it tells a story as well, right? Tells that sort of story about, you know, essentially, I feel like there's kind of both sides to this coin here, right? Like, males, female, like, we all go through like a lot of different trials and tribulations, and often we're in that competition with each other. Who goes through this? Who has to do, you know what I'm saying, much more? Who works harder? Who, you know what I mean? But I think showing both of those sides, and even more, maybe that should be done in like a remix. Maybe there should be a male artist, right? And the case of the artist I know you work with, like Christopher Duncanson or something like that, go in, you know, and sort of pull from that other point of view, of a man's point of view today as well, and then, you know what I'm saying, going from there. And he said, what remix is this song? Yeah, it was a James Brown, you know what I'm saying, it's a man's world. Go listen to the original, and then, you know, come back, check that out. You'll sort of see what I'm talking about. What up, Dougie? Let me see. He said the release is next Friday, 7, you know what I'm saying, 25. That's what's up. He said video in the making. That's what's up. All right, let me see. AD Rocky, we got you up. I never know whether or not you want me to say that, or like, listen, you pop up when you send anything, if it still has your full name in it, you know, I'm liable to say it, man. And some of you guys don't want me to be saying y'all governments and stuff. Do make sure, right, futuristically, if you do it now, it'll help you in the future. When you're creating your email, or right now, if you have an email that is basically your artist name, right? Like, make sure that it's that, if it's not already, right? If you're using a regular account to send to our shows, make sure it's your artist name at Gmail or at yahoo.com, whatever kind of thing you have. And then when you're asked to put in your first and last name, put in the artist name there too. Do not put your first and last name, because while you're thinking, oh, it's just to create the account, what they do, right? Let me just let you know what they show us. When you guys send your email, the very first thing that we see on the left side, right, is your name. So it's the first and last name, or if you put an artist name or your company or your producer name there, that's what we're gonna see. Second, to the right of that, we'll see whatever's in the subject line, right? It'll be, you know, highlighted in you know, the same sort of like font and stuff like that. And then beside that, we will see whether it's a like, if there's a link or something like that in there, it'll sort of show us like vaguely, you know, if it's like a SoundCloud or something like that, it'll show us if it's an MP3, if it's a YouTube and stuff. But that's it. It does not show us your email unless we hover over very specifically the name, right, on the left side. But as you know, we're not just gonna go, oh, let me just go individually and then check out, like, it's a tedious kind of process to sort of like do that or whatnot. So if you're trying to get us to your records faster, you know what I'm saying, when we're near, make sure you guys put that in proper.
This goes out to everybody on the face of this fucking earth.
Alright, AD with I don't know.
Off of your dreams, so get a day job. This goes out to every motherfucker who got a silver spoon they could be giving us, judging us for our bloody ones. If I die
What
for
up,
the
Kyle?
age of 25, promise that you'll sing about me like I was the best alive. But if
You're
you
right.
can't, then I guess that shit's okay. Yo, I've done a lot of dirt and I may have a heart of hate, bro. The Gemini needs to get a freaking life, but I'm scared of reincarnation and shit that's freaking right. Cause I look and look around, I'm yet to see a single smile. Bro, it seems like everybody's life got a lot of strife. I met a girl who was mad at the world. She got
What's that?
stabbed in the back by every man she hurled. Herself at, but the fact is the man's scared. Cause girl, he's been bashed and attacked and been stabbed by the world. One man is me. If I was illiterate, then I wouldn't have a single skill. Lots of freaking bitch, motherfucking that clitoris. I'm just wishing that someone see more than a dick in this before I'm in it. I've been rapping since I was 15. Yeah, my most viewed song got a measly 115. Should I be giving up on this dream or push harder? Cause nobody's hiring me. I don't know, but I swear this shit seems like pursuing this shit is gonna leave me empty. If this shit right here doesn't work out, then I felt it life. Wonder what God's got against me. Man, I got a rapper's history. In order to blow this, it takes some big titties. I don't know. Should I be pushing way harder on my job or way harder on my shows? I don't know. Should I go find a really hot chick to blow? Kinda like all of my bros. I don't know. Should I be pushing way harder on my job or way harder on my shows? I don't know. Should I go find a really hot chick to blow? Kinda like all of my bros. Damn it, bro, I wish that life wasn't such a bitch. That it gave you bro a chance. Period, man, fuck this shit. My girl gon' cheat on me for a fucking ugly bitch. Man, I hope they both get AIDS, leaving me a shut and shit. But still I gotta whip out the pen, cause everything I've been through makes my shit out of slit. But still I gotta whip out the pen, cause foster care gave me money after juvie and shit. But still I gotta whip out the pen, cause every rapper beats my bitch. Fuck a breakdown in this. But still I gotta whip out the pen, because I'm finna break her heart. Ugly bitch cloud it is. The only thing that you are ever gonna be in love with. Motherfucking bitch, you
Appreciate
never
the
touch
likes.
this. I wear my struggle and change. You broke me down, use a clown. Only hustle remains, you fucking remain. Hopping dick to stay a fucking disgrace. Living off a ticket, bitch, there is a puddle to stain. Is what I seen you stepping into, wish a shuttle of pain on you. God, you need to shuffle your fate. Or you're gonna be a prostitute, I'm not even playing. My God, Mary Jane is the only chick I don't hate. It is a disgrace.
Nice.
So all these bitches wishing I'd take a pill and chill and kiss their ass. You want love, become me. Hey, I don't know. Should I be pushing way harder on my job or way harder on my shows? I don't know. Should I go find a really hot chick to blow? Kinda like all of my bros. I don't know. Should I be pushing way harder on my job or way harder on my shows? I don't know. Should I go find a really hot chick to blow? Kinda like all of my bros.
All right. Let me see what he's up. All right, so if I were you, I would definitely re-record this record if you still have the beat, being that you said it was, you know, a little bit of a throwback. It's older. You know, if you guys are hearing AD for the first time, man, like, you know, he has a consistency with how he raps. Sometimes the beat selection, like, it's always a little bit different, but you know, he's really good with sort of like patterns, keeping certain things, you know, going, telling a little bit of a story, having kind of fun with it. You know, for a while, I think his voice and the way that he would rap would be the sort of thing that it took people a little bit to get, you know, used to and stuff like that. I don't necessarily see those comments as much anymore, depending on what you're rapping on, right? Because again, people see the sort of, you know, the structure that you have going in there, you know what I'm saying, rapping with certain, you know, syllables, and we appreciate that work and stuff like that. It just, of course, record a little bit, you know what I'm saying, low. I think Big Dizzy said something about you doing like the doubles or something like that over, which you know, you want to get everything as on as possible, right? That means if you're adding ad-libs, doubles, ins and outs, make sure that you say it at the same exact time as the last line. And often we can still fix things in post. That means like after we record something, like if as long as we still set it right, if it's off beat, we can just move that small section, you know, over, so that, you know, those elements, you know, can be, you know, fixed and a little bit more, you know, on point. But you know, you want to be as much of a perfectionist, you know what I'm saying, as possible, just so there's no excuse ever, right? People, like, you could do all the right things, right? Wayne, listen, Wayne's recent album, right? Carter 6, essentially, he got in, right? He still made an album, right? It was not like the mixer or anything like that on any records was bad. It wasn't a mixtape, it was an album. So all the mixes were done proper. He got decent artists, you know, on some of the tracks, you know what I'm saying? Big Sean. And speaking of the one with him, I have no idea where the hate for Jelly Roll came from. Like people, when they talk about that song, it's like they hate it, and then some, to a certain extent, I don't know if they hate it because of him. And I'm like, why? What did Jelly Roll do to y'all that just made the hate, you know, come out or whatnot? Because he's not necessarily a bad artist from what I hear. You know, but y'all need to explain that one to me. But like I said, there were some kind of questionable records on the album, but then there were some decent ones. But people kind of tore that album, you know, and Wayne to shreds. Suddenly they're looking at him like he can't rap no more. It's just one album, right? So if someone like him, who has notoriously been on the top of a lot of people's lists for years, you barely would see that hate unless it was just like a hip-hop head who only heard Lollipop or some shit, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he has the pressure, Drake has the pressure, Kendrick has the pressure, Eminem has the pressure, Busta Rhymes, like these are big artists, right, who we've known to get in there and actually, you know what I'm saying, rip it up, do their thing. If they have it, we have that same damn, you know, pressure when we go in and do records. So we have to be more perfect than them in order to stand out and not give anybody any reason to sort of like have an excuse of why we're not dope at all or don't deserve that platform. You said skip seems fine to me on my end. It doesn't seem like there's any frame drops, you know, here. And also I have the stream right behind me, so it looks fine for me. Let me know if we're still good. Let me check the let me check my my YouTube on one of my other phones real quick. Damn it! You made me accidentally say it.
You made me accidentally say it.
Rewind and see if it still does it though. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Testing. Dork23. Testing. Dork23. Okay, well, we seem to be good there, whatnot. And Big Diddy said, I think people hate Jelly Roll because it feels like he getting a weird push out of nowhere, like he wrestling at SummerSlam and stuff like that. Nah, listen, here's the thing, right? So I've seen Jelly Roll pretty much grinding for a long time, right? And I think that's something that a lot of people don't really get to see from like any artist, right? If you're not around at a certain time, it will seem like certain people came out of nowhere, like DaBaby, Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying, like seem to come out of nowhere at one point or whatnot. But we have to remember that within certain sectors, and especially wherever each artist is from, they'll usually be popping there first for a good amount of time, and then eventually they start getting known a little bit more, you know, worldwide. But you know, I've seen the grind, you know, out there for a bit. A lot of the more, you know, country rap-esque sort of artists or whatnot, I've seen them sort of like putting in that sort of like work, just, you know, for that bit of time. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some people who will, why are they even getting a push at all? And you know, certain artists should not have money, man, because they're just in there. Yeah, see, San said Jelly Roll been working or whatnot. And he said, bro is streaming, you know what I'm saying, even when sick, man. Listen, I tried. What do you say? And then Jelly Roll, he's on, you know what I'm saying, Haystacks documentary, you know what I'm saying. He been here a while, you know what I'm saying. Let's see, and that's you know what? Okay, I'll equate it to this, right? You know how when you guys watch, when suddenly you find an actor that you like, right? Let's say you watch one movie and then suddenly you have this actor who you start recognizing and you end up liking them. So you start checking out other stuff that they did, right? Eventually you go back down that well and then you realize they've been making movies since like the 70s, 80s, 90s, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like in those early days, because Morgan Freeman was basically one of those, right? He didn't just come out and all of a sudden was just an old man actor. He had to have earlier roles in those days, like as a younger, you know, actor, and then grow old into it. And then eventually when he finally got that bigger recognition, it was, you know, when he was that. So I'm Morgan Freeman, right? All that. But there are a lot of actors that are like that, who have like, oh man, like damn, I didn't even notice you were in this. Like Seth Rogen, right? Seth Rogen from Knocked Up, from 40-Year-Old Virgin, from Superbad, from like everything, you know, Seth Rogen and the gang, you know, from, right? Like you know him from maybe like a 40-Year-Old Virgin as you know, one of the first. But if you go back, he was actually in slightly an extra with maybe a line or two in Anchorman, right? Go back to that first Anchorman, and he was literally in that film just as an extra, you know what I'm saying, character who might have said one thing or so. If you look at man, what was his name? What was his name from Eastbound and Down? Eastbound and Down. You guys know who I'm talking about, but I want to get the name. Danny McBride. So Danny McBride, right? You eventually started knowing from like, you know, Pineapple Express and all those movies with Seth Rogen as well. But he was in the background of Superbad. And he had no lines, just like someone that was there, you know what I'm saying, looking and you know, it's just crazy how some people can go from extras, just being like, you know, kind of the homie who was there on set in the background, to eventually a part of the gang, so to speak, and then like, you know, every movie that they make essentially like after. But sometimes it's like that for artists, right? You'll sort of like make records, maybe you feature on something, and then eventually people go, oh yeah, I remember that artist, you know what I'm saying, from that, and yada yada. And let me see what's up. Be patient. If you're in that free line, listen, you know, it will be a little bit of a wait. You just got to be as patient as possible, or skip that line if you want to be played immediately. We're half a podcast, half a music review show, and half a live jukebox for indie artists.
Am I right? Gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing out.
You can tap in on our YT side if you want to see what some of the other people are saying over there. Let me see. So we got the next video up right here. You said this is my Unc song. Listen, finally an actual uncle. Finally an actual uncle that we can call Unc for real. All right, King Clown, First Day. And you said this is shot by DC Films. Hold on, let me turn off my background music. I will turn you guys around and go back.
Oh, man, stop playing, man. Bruh.
Yes, may I help you?
It's 2 minute bars, I'ma have to punch in.
D-Mark got that heat.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna drop that little shit. We're gonna put that little shit out there. Yeah, fan car, fan money, fan bitches. I'm living the fan life. Doing the $120 in the fan lane. And that was just last night. You can be doing however you feel, nigga, as long as the band right. Nigga be talking about how they a real nigga. That ain't what they act like. Pussy nigga like the backbite. I don't see nigga change up. And niggas will sweep that shit under the rug, and that one been fucking the game up. They in my face showing fake love with intentions on fucking my name up. Like fuck clown, that bitch ass nigga ain't been the same since he came up. Yeah, that how I seen on it. I got family that lean on me. I got people that depend on me. That's why I got 20 pints of lean on me. I got 6,000 beans on me. It ain't going for $1 a pop. I ain't going nowhere without the wop. Try to rob and I'm popping your top. Still rapping, still trapping, made it happen. I been making moves, you dig? My young nigga feel like he cool. Done dropped out of school cause he selling food, you dig? My nigga hit me, said I made the news again. Stepping like my shoes too big. Back to running off with IOUs again. Finessing them blues again. Yeah, fuck up a check on my jewels again. Big keep on asking when I'm moving in. I'm too busy trying to move the load. Relationship shit we could do in the end. Won't hit the club, let my shooter get in. Side by side, we gon' shoot it out. Niggas been on them computers again. Twitter poppin', trying to get some clout. How about the stolo and switch on my route? Put your big address in the GPS. Can't hear what she say when that dick in her mouth. But when we fuck it, that Jody and Yvette. Oh, you know your baby daddy in debt. He owe the gang and we need that check. Been ducking my calls, ain't hit me up yet. Pistols involved when I come to collect. I'm still that same nigga from the west. This rap shit don't work, then it back to the jet. I got a drink for proper preparation. They know I got too much shit to protect. They know I'm king of my city. They know ain't no competition. These niggas suspicious. They know before they approach me to get some permission. They know the dick and the glizzy. They know it's been a little tension with some of these rap guys who done turned into bitches. They know I can't pay them niggas no attention. They know they only do it for attention. They need to free Lil D run in minutes. They need to free Wild Child and Tuttle. Time in that cage will do something to you. Been trying to explain this shit to my little sister. Get in my feeling when I talk to my brother. No matter the drama, we fuck with each other. Granted, cuss us out when we get in trouble. Gotta be tough coming up in the struggle. Gotta be street coming up in the jungle. Be quick on your feet when some shit started crumbling. Just got out visit with my wife and my mama. Told her no matter what, I'ma stay humble. Fresh out the fed, back to getting to the bread. Yeah, back to doing what I said. Back to filling up the clip, keeping one in the head. Yeah, I took the heart away like I'm the red. I got a family to feed like that, I put a 3-round burst on the AK. Pull it up, hopping out, man down, man, separated from the play. Put on my poker face and waited till it was payday. Yeah, pull up, go down like a payday. Yeah, whip out the Drake, make a nay-nay. Whip up the dope, make a jump. Put a little cut on that boot out there, he take a bump. Whip out them hunters and chump. It's only right shit, I've been locked up for 20 months. My baby mama for the chump. Had a baby on me, shit put my heart in the dump. Shook it out, bounce back, nipped it in the bud after a couple of blunts. Ducking that action on you in the front. You ain't no gangster, little bitch, you a peon. Get on them songs and put on the front. Rap out the shit that your partner them be on. You the type of nigga I put my feet on. Hating your heart whenever my CD on. I know the thought of me winning upset you. That's why I'm cutting up the motherfucking pressure. Put your partner on the stretcher. Put your bitch in a coma. Get out from the corner. Murder hit preset Fiona. How about walk down on her? Bitch, I won't smoke like a stoner. Nigga won't pee like a hippie. 223 hold a 50. I won't even need assistant. I won't even leave a witness. Yeah. These fuck niggas know on the go. Started my own wave and I did promote. Drop that little shit while sitting in the yoke. Get on that gangster shit, they can go quote. I got it on me when I do a show. Turn up and add it, bitch, off before I go. Been with the shit since before we were mo. Nigga act like we ain't on that no more. I'ma go out the bitch like shout it low.
Check and see if you got a confirmation email.
Answer the jet like what they going for. Piece of the pressure go for 24.
Imagine being able to...
No, you imagine being able to do whatever. Turn this way. Y'all know the different elements that we look at, and essentially, you know, you had a good energy with this record. What I did like about it, it didn't feel like you went in, like we talk about this all the time on the show, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't feel like you went in and punched in every bar, every line. Like it felt like it was more or less a performance. I felt like you felt the beat that you were on, right? Which is always what we want from every, you know, artist. You know, essentially to make our time, you know, worth going through whatever song that you have. You know, if it was up to me, I still would do, you know, more to the mix before, you know, going to video or whatnot. But video was professional right along, you know what I'm saying, with the record. You gave us enough time within it as well. Give me a second, man. Hold up. I want to give people the time frame. I want to give people the time frame. It was about 4 minutes, okay? All right? I need people to understand that because there are a lot of artists who they'll just go in, one verse, one chorus, I'm out. Next song. One verse, one chorus, whatever, same thing, rinse and repeat. And I always feel like, no, like sometimes you only get one song though. Spend time with the people. Do the freaking job. Like, what is wrong with certain people basically wanting to treat this like a part-time job? Because that's what it will seem like, right? If you're in that 1 to 2 minutes area, that's how I equivalate things. I sort of look at it like if you were somebody who worked at a company, you're the person who works 2 to 4 hours, you know what I'm saying, give or take, then bounces out. You're barely noticed at the company in that way. However, if you're that 8 to 12 hour kind of person, right? You put in the work and you love, you know, the company that you work for, essentially, company being yourself if you're an artist, right? You know, it shows the work ethic. And, you know, a lot of you guys may, the thing that I do realize is a lot of you may not try it because you'll listen to a beat and you may only hear one way of hitting it up. You may think of one specific melody, one flow or something like that. And to you don't want to do that for about 3 to 4 minutes. I get that 100%. But then that means if you only have one idea, you're sometimes choosing the wrong, you know, beats. You know, get out there, experiment with different things and see what are the ones that make you want to do a full kind of like, you know, potentially three verse, you know, structure or whatnot, if it's you by yourself. I've never came across a beat that made me equally want to rap to it immediately, and I only wanted to do about, you know, a minute and then bounce out. Like, I'll extend that thing so I can pull as much dope lines and energy out of myself as possible, and I'll make excuses to stay in there longer or whatnot. So giving it a chorus and allowing the verses to be split up and like giving myself that chance to have, you know, a 3 verse, like that's what's up. He said he wasn't lying. I was a million bars and stuff like that. You said I just changed the melody if it's a long track and stuff like that. See, but that still works as long as you're changing something, right? If you're actually able to change, you know, the melodies that you're working with, the energy, you know, getting different artists that have a different flavor, you know, on there or whatnot, those things, you know, will always allow people to stay in there a little bit longer. And again, yeah, look at it like a competition. Like if it was you basically at a The Voice type competition, but like for all music, right? Would you only really want to, let me just do one verse and get out or whatnot? Not. I'm just trying to get people not to want to only do the easiest things because making a short song is faster. I can get more songs done, yada yada yada. Like, it's cool for certain situations, but at the end of the day, when it comes to really rating and trying to see who are the real artists, like I look at that work ethic of like, if this is the only song we get to hear from you, period, like, did you give yourself enough time to show people what you could really do? Or did it just, you know, again, let me just get in there, do a little something, get out. And the vibes, I mean, those are what we call those, you know what I'm saying? They're just kind of like background music, right? Comes on, you don't really pay it no mind. The artist isn't really performing in a way where you want to listen to the words in that way, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a little bit of a bop real quick, and then we'll just like tap out and have a conversation over the song. But you go in there, put in that work, man. All right, we got Bob on Blast by Big Dizzy.
When I drop this song, don't be alone.
Let's go.
Run for cover. Get out of here. When I drop this bomb, hey. When I drop this song, don't be alone. I got this shit. Run for cover. Get out of here.
That boy
When I
is
drop
Benny
this bomb,
Hanna.
hey. Here you go, another banger for your radio. Lean low, do this for the family hoe. Get low, shit falling from the patio. So high like what we decibel. Yep, just like the queen, you can set off. You a stepper, I'm the one you're not stepping on. Who can stop me when I'm on an Adderall? If you curse me, I think you might have started wrong. Yep, stuck to the game, shit's head on. If your luck go bad, find a leprechaun. Close as fuck what you think, one in a blank. I can always make you an editor. Yep, Hoover, we, Dizzy and LOD. Pockets full of notes like a melody. They count me the flow like a parody. Go ahead and king me like a pharaoh, please. Straight to the point like an arrow B. Hope you see me in clarity. Put my hand out like charities. Out for my people who feel like me. Fucking systems in jail for B. So nasty like an avenue freak. Soon as you wake up, they praying you sleep. I hope you see. Bonds of a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad bag. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset. Bonds of a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad bag. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset. Going straight to the top with this. I told the crew stand back cause I got the shit. And I'm at that play, they ain't stopping it. Told straight fucking X-Man just like Apocalypse. Going straight to the top with this. If I ever reach my peak, that still ain't stopping shit. Got it on lock like cops and shit. Yeah, that whole first verse was cut through the awkwardness. I got this like a pocket bitch. I'm the one with power like a rocket is. And they know I stay on, run the clock and shit. So you clocking this pocket bitch. I get you out of here like a rocket bitch. I want a double R like ride or die. My pocket's fat and I ain't trying to die. So I stay with weight like go get behind the line. You lost your head and I ain't finding mine. Till I blow up like when you finding mine. Venmo, cash app, but do you rock with chime? Mine never lose my shine like this little light of mine. I'm going straight to the top. Yeah, came a long way from the block. I'm cutting in line while I wait for a spot. Cause you really down when you lay on the cot. Straight hip hop never made it to a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad bag. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset. Yeah.
Bonds with a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad bag. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset.
Bonds with a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad bag. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset. Bonds with a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad bag. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset.
When I drop this song, don't be alone. Run for cover. Get out of here. When I drop this bomb, when I drop this song, don't be alone. I got this shit. Run for cover.
Get out of here. When I drop this bomb,
That did like me, I don't know what the hell I'm about to do, but I see freaking a lot of freaking people pretty weak. I don't even know what the hell is happening with you VVIP. Freaking I know that I don't. We go over here and hit each button. So Bob Blast. Dash in between. Like the beat, like the sample. In the same way as another song called Madison, song themed to a lot of, Adam Sandler sort of films or whatnot. This, that, and then maybe the one where you kind of sample, I think the Sonic, you know what I'm saying, music or whatnot, the sort of like underwater, you about to die. Shit or whatnot, like all those really feel like they belong a part of the same album or whatnot, right? I like the sort of almost animated sort of the kind of nature to it or whatnot. You still maintain your style, what I know you for, of course, what I'm saying, on here. There's always still gonna be that sort of mix issue until things are changed there, but I always like the performance that you have. You get in there, switch it up. You also have your own style. I'm never thinking about another artist, you know, specifically or something like that. Being like, no, man, you sound Drake influenced. Like, no, you're you, right? And so we appreciate, you know, that. Keep doing your thing, folks. Show said, hi, sir. What's freaking good? I see you over there on the Twitch side. What's freaking popping? Jody said, you know what I'm saying? That's fire. 8.9 also, you know, from that. And speaking of Jody, I believe you are also next. So we're going to go ahead and throw you in there as well. That last record was on the Band Lab side, so get over there. Well, don't get over there, but you know what I'm saying, I'll post that link if he wants it, I suppose, or whatnot. But he didn't try to do it. Without Practice by Jody Ray.
Let's get it. No, you don't wanna roll with the renegade. When I'm on the mic, I'll explode all up in your face, yeah. I'm in a rage like a lab rat in a cage. Going back, shit, call me B-Rat G. Going crazy with the chapstick on critics with chapped lips. Cause y'all suck, so don't ask me for substance. It's a must that I bust and I leave their ears crusty. My sounds are full load and I can make your eardrums crack. Yeah, it's automatic. They can't match the tactics. Please don't step up to a riddle MC. I get going like a max jig. Cause I'm on fire, so they get roasted from a beast. And I hope you see that I'm
shout out to Shane T. What's good? From that dorky review show, what's poppin'?
I wear a size 11 and a half for the kicks. No, you ain't fucking with this. No, not at all. And let me tell you that the skills are divine. I ain't gotta try. No, huh? Yeah, I rhyme every day. All it takes is practice with a whole lot spit.
This is Without Practice by Jody Ray Hill. I said shout out to Shane T.
So go get at it and stay with it.
Shane T, yo, come here real quick. What up?
All up in your pride, I get live and then I shut them down. I don't have any shame. Feel the flame from the fire on the inside. No chronic in my veins, but I'm still
shoot, featuring Method Man, that would be dope.
I'm addicted to every note I sing. Can I get an amen? No, you can't deny. Slip and slide up on the track, bringing the instrumental alive with the lyrics here emerge and the sound is ignited. I fly like that and it's enticing when I rap precisely. I don't go off beat and I do it nightly. When I'm writing, my pages catch fire, and when I am typing, I can burn a new Android up inside it in about 5 minutes. Typing on the screen provided, so I have to end up freestyling all on the rest.
We live on all platforms right now: Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Shout out to everybody freaking tapped in.
And let me tell you that the skills are divine. I ain't gotta try, no. Yeah, I rhyme every day. All it takes is practice with a whole life spit being dope.
It's the method. Won't respect it. Don't neglect it. Gonna check it.
And wishing you had it when you practice. Yeah, it's automatic. So go get at it and stay with it. But you can't get it without practice. Yo, peep this. I do sing for the ladies and the admirers. Killing the mic is like catching on fire. When I'm around a hot one, I won't lie. I get a natural high, baby. I get hot, so I let the ballad scream from the other side of my mic. But still cooler than Ice Cube at the South Pole. With no code and Ice Tea with 2 bowls full of ice cream with no soul. Going in while quoting dope rhymes. And the instrumentals really just the wind blowing on some Motown. And the 808 stomping from the rubber on 100 spoke. They can go rim wrapped in Vogue tires. Strip right off a 59 Impala. Low rider getting beat by a blow dryer from a blow choir. Right behind them singing so quiet from the drove fire. Pay on your mind. They're just gone on a natural high. That's how they like it and so do I, see. You know it. And let me tell you that their skills are divine. They ain't gotta try, no. Yeah, they're high every day, so you know they practice after smoking right down to the roach. Now you can waste time belly aching on the inside.
Man, I can't just shout out everybody in the freaking whole group. Shout out everybody from the Wu-Tang Clan.
But you can't get it without practice.
Listen. Shout out to Trenton. Wherever you are at, Trenton. No, we see you. Don't look over here. All right, so big salute, man. Like, listen, my only criticism for this song at all is that it was, you know, extremely low or whatnot, right? We talk about how, you know, sometimes YouTube will do that with your record if, you know, there's a little something, you know, wrong. And then, you know, there's also, you know, us, if we don't get the mix and master, you know, proper just as a standard, you know, it can have those effects. There's also when you're uploading something, maybe with some type of visual, right? If you're like when we have to go to a different program to then add our piece of audio to the visual, right? And then we save that visual and upload it to another platform. Sometimes, you know, if we don't save it in the best quality, like something of like 4K or something like that, it will kind of, you know, be, again, it's just gonna sound a little bit lower, not really allow us to really turn it up to where it needs to. So do think about those things as well. But the rhyming, all that was on point, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the bars, the beat selection as well. I felt like Method Man, you know, would have definitely hopped on this, you know, with you if you know he ever comes across it and something like that. I almost think it's a Method Man, you know what I'm saying, beat or something like that, man. Is it a Method Man beat?
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Big Dizzy, crazy, bro. Anyways, hip hop to the freaking core, man. For every artist who is embracing, you know, the form of lyricism, thank you for taking that time. Like, look, for the artists who, again, you formulate bars, you get in there and you tell a story. If you're an artist who goes against the grain and doesn't feel like, you know, you want to get into a sort of type, you know, record, a type phase, you know, it takes a lot to go in there and really try to, you know, spit something, you know, dope enough to be sought after in those, you know, in those levels or whatnot, right? And then you eventually get on the records with the right artists and, you know, get into ciphers and stuff like that. So y'all know what it is.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to that dorky review show at gmail.com.
Yeah, I already know what it is, man. Send your records in if you're trying to get your record played on our show. We are, of course, live on all platforms. I appreciate you guys for being here. And you know, being patient as well. If you guys do want to skip the line, that Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat, and or a galaxy on the
Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing out.
All right, let's get back in. Let me see, what is this called? Wide body warnings, Triple H. Give me a second for this ad. Gotta freaking wait for the ad to go away, man. You know the freaking song finna come up now and play. Yeah. Wide body warnings, Triple H, Crash Out, Stokely.
It's ARPs up in the sink, I'm finna wash them off. And you can try and score a touchdown, but I'ma knock you off. Broke my right and my left hand, somebody jerked me off. Came with a chicken pack and left with a turkey bar. She tried speaking to my bitch, but she tied with knees. Bad bitty sucking on my dick, had me locking my knees. I'm practicing the alphabet, got me yelling out G's. I'm serving all the single mothers, now they mad at me. You say you having so much motion, you should've had me. I see you coughing from the cart, but we got lean. I can't put it down too soon, you know that I'm a fiend. Took his dumb ass to Wingstop and turned him into wings. You know my shit be looking good, she put on anything. Scat pack with a bumblebee, this bitch will really sting. Why the fuck you hopping on the mic, you can't sing. And if you hit this magic pen, I want you to say yes, king. You wanna be a snake, I'll bring my nigga Kibo out. And the pressure start whipping, the key flew out. Can't be doing boring shit, me and gang be out. Steal the money out your bank if you try to take me out. The shit I heard from other niggas think you stinky now. Bully niggas like a baby, get a binky now. Finna write your death sentence, give me some ink now. And if I hit you in your fucking eyes, you can't blink now. It's a sonic blast in this plane, I don't get blasted off. Try to hit a lick on his back, and I shot it off. No cross the leopards, you just cross the damn sawed off. And this is high tech tech, boy, that shit'll make you nod off. And I can get your homie killed with just like one call. Whole block looking for the body, they didn't know the cause. Knock the nigga teeth out, now he needs some gauze. I whip it so crazy, they be like, oh my gosh. I just mixed 2 drinks and it turned it blue. And it got the janky hoes hated, you heard it too. And your bitch be overly going, so I'm flirting too. You try to dig right behind my back, but I heard it too. My nigga funds getting money, but he murdered too. One nigga used to be a clown, now he turned the fool. Some niggas just drink lean and eat rapper food. Man, yeah, that is not cool. Soften up his head when I hit his ass with a stool. You got your foot up on the wall, you think you look cool. Tongue kissed it with the pint, bro, see me drool. Never see me with an empty chop, you can catch me full. And it's busting out my hoodie pocket. Think I'm like YB in the mirror with this pocket rocket. If I give you 2 more pints, then you probably drop it. Niggas like to roll up on the beat, but you gotta rock it.
I barely know how to feel. Like I almost hit that button. I know the genre, I know the style, I know. Okay? Know the genre, know the style, know what you're going for essentially and stuff like that. But I always have some of the same problems depending on the type of artist that we are hearing, right? I tend to favor the artists who, you know, even with the same flow, will have a lot more energy and sort of aggression with it, right? Like if you're gonna get on a beat like that, it feels like, you know, some right on your op shit, some sort of diss record type of thing, and sort of doing it with just sort of a like I'm just staring at the camera, laying down, you know, sort of, you know, energy. I always feel like there's a conflict of interest, and you know there are artists who, you know, utilize the same style. It doesn't mean that it's good and should be how things are done, because I think about the live performances too and what energy you guys may end up, you know, using when you're doing that as well. So, you know, whatever the freaking case, man, as long as you can have the right energy, you know, a lot of things you guys say will resonate a little bit better. And then there's the aspect where a lot of artists in these genres, you know, you all follow the same blueprint of like, let me get in there, let me punch in and you know, kind of put together the song that way, man. I'm like, again, I want to see something different, man. So if you can go and do something different, then that's it. That is all. Let's see what we got next. Uh-oh, not a sponsored ad. Disney. Hold on, I gotta wait for this ad to leave. Let's close some of these. Gotta open, close it, go sit down. Matter of fact, you don't know. All right. Eternal Shore. Oh my gosh, why is everything all y'all records tonight? At least on the YouTube, son. What up, Mark? Hold up. Let's see where this goes.
It wears its language like an overcoat.
Is it a song or a beat?
It is clothed in its own meaning.
Gained a lot of the consciousness. I've been feeling the opposite, on abyss to the bottomless road.
What up, Mark?
Now, would you explain to me what I just said? What I just said?
Part of the coast and you'll see. Figured the dope within the check. I second and up my nigga check. Single and minute rewind. Before the lie had a chance. Ignore lies, ignorance. Flew that bird in oblivion. Spraying in the rim of the sky.
Get it.
The reason you don't hear this said very often is because the thin illusion of communication would break down completely.
Wait, I think about it. It's not AI, right? Hold on. I didn't even think about that. There's a lot of time where you don't know nothing no more.
actually demanded of our listeners that they repeat back to us.
Tell me a bottle of potion found at the bottom of ocean, really on top of the moment. How could we mix the components? Lost the infinite O inside of a little O and never contribute a frozen, never can see it. Get over all of the singularities and parts of entanglement. They can cluster with street vanish and linear.
It's hard to tell because the mix.
Language and we are still moving according to plan.
Hard to tell because the mix, like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but I'm sitting freaking down to go let the time. So this is for the patient listener. With the advantage. You're not wrong, man. So, I think that for certain people, this one, you know, is going to be a little bit all over the place, right? Because at a certain point, you don't even know if there's going to be an artist, you know, on it. So you do take a little bit to come in there. Like Mark had a good point or whatnot. He said this is for the patient listener or whatnot, right? Because, you know, in between sort of some of the elements where there's, you know, a little bit of rapping and stuff, there are sound bites, you know, which again, a lot of what we're hearing is low quality and sort of a little bit, you know, more back there is the rough, you know, kind of version of it. I want to hear this is going to be on the next Daredevil soundtrack or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So mix wise, it needs that sort of push. I don't know how I feel about the soundbite things. Like I always would rather have actual artistry in there. The actual, you know, rock elements and singing that was done, you know, worked within its you know, favor. And, you know, it brought the record even more to life. I'm always going to love a good, you know, alternative rock, grunge, like any rock adjacent, you know, genre. You know, it's always been something that I've liked because I always think about, you know, that sort of live, you know, performance or whatnot. If you've ever been to, you know, events where bands are playing live, it's just it hits different when you're hearing all the instruments in tandem and the artist actually, again, you know, doing that full job to bring, you know, the record itself to life. So, you know, whatever you can do, my friend, whatever you can do. Let me stop. All right, can we go back into the free line once again?
Be sure to send your music and beats over to that dorky review show at gmail.com.
Oh man, let me see. What is this? The Hustler? The Hustler music. What do you say? And yeah, what's freaking popping? You know, Mark's face. Welcome back to the stream, of course, man. Glad you could. Ooh, tap in. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. A lot of questions that I don't like need to ask y'all. Half of y'all are probably wondering why I got this mask on. All the freaking snot is coming down my freaking nose and shit, and I don't like know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm posing cause a lot of freaking people would take a picture and post it up. A lot of freaking people will still rap when they know they suck, but a lot of times you gotta get in there and do it. Don't matter if people be thinking that you stupid, like gotta get in there and like do shit and poke the beat like a toothpick. I don't even really know if DJ Clue is like still a freaking DJ that'll freaking do the thing when he goes DJ Clue and it freaking echoes. A lot of times you don't know like where to pick up your clothes, and Ludacris, I need to know if you still throwing them bows. And a lot of times I'm gonna be going and throwing. I know that it shows that freaking when I'm doing my show, then I can Sit down, I'm talking shit. How the fuck do you even wanna ask me freaking how I am stuck to you? Every time that I was just sitting right there, I fuck with glue. There's a lot of people who wanna tell me I'm not the cool. So why do I even rap when I'm telling y'all there's ways where you can't go and leave them back or maybe front? I don't even know if like people are picking babies up or people always think that Lil Wayne and Baby sucks. There's a lot of people who will walk around and go places. I like freaking chicks who have no braces and braces, which means that they should have braces, but also if they don't, it don't matter. If I walk into your house and look at your chick and she look in the mirror and it don't shatter, it'll be cool, nigga, this won't happen. People also like this whole beat kinda like is slapping. Let me stop. I like this though. Shout out to the hustler music on this beat. Called this Taekwon Sushi. Taekwon Sushi. Yeah. Hey, yeah. You definitely can have ideas. You listen to this beat when you walking right round IKEA. Tryna pick a cool coucher like house set. And people like, dog, there's no way that all the mouses is just randomly like parking up and walking up the walls. Like a lot of times the people, they ain't wait for no applause. Every time I used to wait for Let me stop. Let's break this beat. We're in that producer section. Listen, who would you want to hear on this beat? You know what I'm saying? Overall, the beat is, dope within itself. I love a good sample. I feel like people would definitely have fun with this. Like a Joyner Lucas featuring Ludacris for sure. You know what I'm saying? Featuring Busta Rhymes. Like all the slightly, you know what I'm saying, kind of funny and crazy rappers on this one would be dope or whatnot. You can get a Bun B, you can get a you know what I'm saying. I'm wondering who y'all suggestions, would be. Yes, you can get a Nas on there too. He's a little bit more serious when it comes to rapping on certain shit. But for sure it feels like something that any number of artists would be fun to have on it. If I were you, I'd probably figure out a way to make like a cypher kind of situation, of it. Get the best of the best or whatnot. Put out like a lot of times, like we just need to put out challenges for whatever it is, right? If I'm the artist and I'm wanting to get the best features, on it, maybe like 2 or 3 artists or something like that, I'm gonna put out a kind of like, here's a little bit of the song with the open verse, what you got, right? And then all you have to do is duet to those things, right? Whether it's just a beat or it's the concept with the chorus and stuff like that, and it feeds into everything. It's literally the best way to promote yourselves today because A, it's free, B, we love challenges, right, as artists. So again, just imagine you put your challenge out, it's now just a standard post or whatnot, but you have instructions in the video for people to like leave a hot 16 or whatever, right? So the moment we see something like that, we may go in, we may freestyle, or we might sit down and write something, right, to make sure it's professional. We get in there, give a real performance. When we post our version, it still connects back to yours, right? Because we have to tag you, we have to basically duet with your post and stuff, right? And so when our audience sees our post, if they're artists themselves, it's gonna trickle down. They're gonna want to do the same thing, and then try to see if they can have the best potential verse for that thing, right? And in those cases, like, again, it feeds into itself. You got all the views going back to your original post. You got people creating a little bit of a community behind a dope record or beat that you have. And the further that it gets, the just the more people like, and you want to feed into it as well, meaning do reactions to those people's performances, right? Like, don't just like sit there and then like maybe take a view it in private, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe or not, you pick somebody to hop on it. Like, actually view it, right? Do post where you're showing that you are watching and acknowledging those that are entering, and then even just ask your chat with that post how they thought that artist did, 1 to 10. You know what I'm saying? And based on all your ratings, you know, on who you thought had the best, you know, ones, you know, pick a good, you know, 2, 3, 1, whatever your goal is, and then everybody else, you still want to like make a combined sort of like, you know what, let me put all the posts together in one big post, or you know, post them all as like individual videos on you know, my other platforms to promote or whatnot, right? It's like the best way to sort of like create that community behind, you know, your record. People will continue to pay attention to more things that you do like that as well. So if you start, you know, creating a little bit of a movement behind it, like, you know, it's just automatic views, automatic participation. And you know, you're keeping us on our toes as well, man. That's what I love. Mark, you know what I'm saying? Liking that, hitting that. And what do you say? Thank you for the gift right there. What do you say? But yo, that MK trailer is crazy. You gotta review it on stream. All right, bet. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. This is. Let me see. Did we get? Hold on real quick. I think we already we ran that one, right? Hold on. Yeah, we did that one already. My bad. Hold on. All right, here we go. Braham. All right. Out of town. Out of town. So it wants me to review the new Mortal Kombat trailer. I will do that after I get done with y'all submissions. I will do that if you want me. Said Andre 3000 on that last one. Lil Wayne or myself, Big did you say? Ooh.
I really miss the most. Your smile on your story, but I need you the most. No one got your vibe, no one match your soul. Everywhere you gone, girl, you still mine. I ain't tripping on no distance. Love like this in the resistance. I got outside, you still be mine. But when you back, just hit my line. Hit my line. Hey.
Yeah,
baby, out of town, but I feel you're near. Look at your crib like you see living here. She takes me slow, but the love is real. Girl, you're in my heart, I know that's real. Baby, out of town, but I feel you're near. Look at your crib like you see living here. She takes me slow, but the love is real. Girl, you're in my heart, I know that's real. She posted big in LA, I drop her hard and reply. I don't say too much, but she know it's no lie. Her friends say I gotta move on, but I ain't that guy. Still think about her when I close my eyes. You got plans for the week, baby, I got mine too. Boy, you still show I remind you. When you come back, it's you and I. I spin the block, you spin the block like old times. Still wait on you, I don't talk but I do.
I'm like, what is happening with this? Making me feel like I got something on in the background.
Now, every city, every night, somehow. Baby, out of town, but I feel
you was dropping the thing to be way too much.
It takes me slow, but the love is real. Girl, you're
not even
I
do that many.
Baby, out of town, but I feel you near. Look at your crib like you see living here. She takes me slow, but the love is real. Girl, you're in my heart, I know that's real.
No matter where you go, I let it time when I freaking be up on the cellar. Freaking next day, I'ma be up on the floor. Freaking there's a little time you be making me a plate. That's a freaking food, I'ma go and eat a little more. Or there's a little time when I wanna be able to ask Loki, hey bro, you know Thor? He be like, yes. I be like, yo, there's a little time when I wanna say, hey. right, so I did feel like, you know, you have some good vocals in there, right? You're more in the R&B centric, you know, section of the melodic, you know, artists, of course. You did sing it more on the lower side of you know, the tones, and you know, always wanting you guys to go up another octave potentially, right? I'm just gonna mention, you know, that if you can go, you know what I mean? When you're able to go up there, right? That adds, you know, an even better level of dopeness. I heard some of the dope effects that you added, some of the kind of harmonization in certain places. And then, I mean, my main criticism is going to be for that last sort of section of the song where like the beat just kept going in and out a bunch of times. I feel like you got to be strategic with those and sparing. You don't want to add way too much because then the production gets the low end of the stick. And, again, there's sort of a few different ways to do, you know, what you wanted to do within there. But I think what sort of also took you out was that as you know, the beat would drop, you'd still hear like portions of the actual beat bleeding through the headphones or something like that. Because like I was looking around like, do I have the stream on one of my other devices over here? Like, and no, it was just on the song and stuff like that. So if it was maybe, a little bit more cleaned up, maybe, give or take, but you guys do got to remember those situations. So that means that it was most likely done after the fact. It was done, after the recordation. But, be careful not to let the production bleed through your headphones too much. And I know we want to feel our records, but unless you have that right pair where it, it has that noise cancellation and sucks things in, no diddy, man.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stop and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a Sir Mike. This song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you actual worms lie. Don't like my own shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's.
That should be your tag, by the way. You just use that. Oh, hi, Mark. Let me see. This is Doug's. Mr. Doug's with Tenet. Let's see what this is, man. Please don't play and add my
From the moment you wake up, your day is already pretty full. From the moment you wake up and go to sleep, you woke up and went to sleep. Did you know?
Yeah, I did. This morning when I woke up, I went back to sleep. That's all I knew.
Skid, you cooking up back there?
That's B from Queens.
Yeah, like bro got a stick in that shit automatic. Hop with the V and I'll cause some static. Feel my sounds just moving erratic. Money keep calling, I gotta go get it. Used to be broke, now I'm stacking a digit. Run up on me and that boy going missing. Block out a beam and they come in position. They said I changed, now I just grew. Still got the block hot like the stew. Still with the same ones, nothing new. Feel the gods till they break it through. I'm in the booth with the pain in my chest. Lost some bros, now sleeping with vests. She just love me, I told her I guess. Love get you killed, I ain't trying to finesse. Whipping too clean, I don't need a take. I'm trying to spend weed, feeling with shake. Trap doing numbers, I feel like a bait. We fly broad day, go fuck what they think. Shorty be ballin', she know I'm the wave. Stay with a max, but I'm not trying to rave. Came from the mud, I had to climb out the cave. Puff full of legends, I gotta go harder. Think of my brother, I move way smarter. Step with a purpose, I gotta move proper. Don't need a label, I'm turning a starter. I put the villa and running it park. Catch me, I believe I'm walking the dunk. Mama said shit, but I'm deep in this world. Hold on, I'm good, but I'm scared of the court. We all the guys who got cut up the system. RP bros, man, I swear that I missed them. They just in on chocolate, they ducking and missing. Catch me in traffic, he turn to a victim. I be a stubble and move like a train. Mention my nigga get put on the frame. Shooting and demon, she liking the pain. But I ain't cuffing, I'm playing my game. Go to my bros on a fall on the switch. Talk on the guys to get ended the ditch. Mask on tie, I ain't taking no pics. Let's be my knockout on post for the flick. Don't safety, I keep it raw. Glock got a switch, no need a pause. He talk crazy, I'll break the law. Now he post on his homies. got a mind of its own. I just clipped this in like a tweet. Yeah.
Put it back in it. Hey, let that big time where I figure get a figure record and I figure what it's slapping in a lot of times when I figure accident packaging, the opportunity. All right. I feel like there's more to these records than can meet the eye. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, I mean, there's more that you can do, right? When it comes to like the standard form, right? When you sort of hop into, you know, what is it like type beat and or type record mode. Right, you enter this zone where if we've heard a song, it's almost like a one size fits all, man. You know what I'm saying? If we've heard one song within the genre, we've almost, you know, heard them all. And the only thing that changes ever so slightly is like the beat or the sample within the beat or something like that. But you know, the energy will, you know, in most cases be the same or slight variations. And so again, while we're in these genres, right? And I mean, I know I started off when I first started off rapping, even I didn't have like my style yet. I didn't know who I was, sort of like what I wanted to sound like. And you go through that experimental phase of just like trying out even, you know, just different styles than you probably are, you know what I'm saying, normal to, or what you think is, you know, popular. Then eventually you realize how important it is to have like your own identity, and, you know, to impress more than just, you know, your peers in sort of like one sort of like area or whatnot, right? You want to test. Yeah, basically you want, like, some of you guys are okay with being, you know, background music, something that people don't necessarily want to turn off. It's not like bad in that way, but they also don't want to immediately go ask who the artist is, get a feature with them based on their performance, right? Let's take out the beat altogether and just like always factor in how good of a performance did you just do if it was an acapella and you were just, you know, chilling on the sidewalk, you know, trying to show somebody that you could rap and stuff like that, right? There's always more that can happen to really give people the impression that you do it for real and that you really rap. And so, you know, the beat has a lot of energy. I feel like it carries just a little bit of whatnot, but then also it's because you have the typical, you know, style that we want to see a little bit more, you know, from. But I appreciate that. Listen, if you put more into the length of the record, it allows you to do more as well, right? But whether or not you would have done that or part 4 of the course, you know what I'm saying, sort of. Getting into the same area, like, again, it will remain to be seen. The other thing that I start looking at too is, you know, you're from the Mecca, right? You are from New York, right? This is where a lot of the greats that we have grown up on, you know, have come from and embraced, you know what I'm saying? The Nas, you know, Wu. And while we know that different eras and generations of you know, artists kind of rap differently, different things become a little bit, you know, more popular over time, I still feel like there has to be a responsibility, you know, especially where you come from, to still find a way to embrace those elements, you know, as well or whatnot, right? You want to mix and blend in the old with the new, and in a way where, you know, where you're able to have both crowds at your concerts, right? Does anybody even think about that kind of stuff? Like, how would you combine sort of, you know, different crowds together, if not by making sure that you have things that both can resonate with? If you only focus on a very small niche, you know, that audience gets, you know, smaller and smaller sort of like over time. And then especially when and if a certain style, you know, may die down, you know, you'll end up trying to catch up with, you know, what's the next, you know, kind of like popular thing or whatnot. But I know y'all can do it. When you say you got to be highly conscious to make it sound perfect, Jody Ray said. And He said New York has a lot of crazy good competition. I mean, like, just look. I mean, do I even gotta look at the list and stuff like that? If I just go top 50, all right, we're gonna go top 50. Just what it says. Top 50 hip hop artists. Wait, no. Top 50 hip hop artists from New York all time. And again, know that I'm out here in Cali. I'm LA bound, right? I've grown up here all my life, but I've always loved you know, a lot of the music from around the world, but especially, you know, New York and what they brought to the table when it came to like lyricism and, you know, just being an MC, a storyteller, writers, like all that really came and was based in there and whatnot. So when you look at just what this thing pulled up for me, right? It says this is at least a list that pops up from just my search or whatnot. We got LL Cool J, not in any specific order. LL Cool J, 50 Cent, Ghostface Killer, Busta Rhymes, Joey Badass, Pop Smoke, Rakim, ASAP Rocky, Nas, DMX, Lil Kim, Prodigy, Big Daddy Kane, Jadakiss, A Tribe Called Quest, Lloyd Banks, Salt and Pepper, and stuff like that. I would just put in, it didn't even tell me the entire 50. Let me see. It said a list of top 50 is objectives. Here's a list of 50 highly influential, you know what I'm saying, popular New York artists comprising of different eras and styles. Jay-Z, Notorious B.I.G., Nas, Rakim, LL Cool J, Wu-Tang Clan, 50 Cent, Nicki Minaj, Big Daddy Kane, Busta Rhymes, Cool G Rap, Lil Kim, Ghostface Killer, Jadakiss, Prodigy, Slick Rick, Run DMC, Tribe Called Quest, Dougie Fresh, Biz, Marky, Mace, Foxy Brown, DMX, Q-Tip, Pharoah Monch, man, like can't forget Pharoah, Mos Def, Cameron, Big Pun, Raekwon. I mean, you might as well just name the whole Wu-Tang Clan at this point. Method Man, ODB, Fabulous, Joe Buttons, Jabru, Nori, let me see, Sean Price, rest in peace, ASAP Rocky, let me see, Melly Mel, Grand Puba, Styles P, Jim Jones, Chuck D, EPMD, De La Soul, Eric B, and Rakim, of course. Again, we can just continue to freaking go down or whatnot, but like when you think about those legacies, right? And then it comes to, you know, I mean, so for us out here in LA, like we basically have to live up to, you know, NWA, Dr. Dre, what Snoop Dogg has represented, what Kendrick, you know, has done, and even Tupac, which is, you know, crazy or whatnot, right? Again, he came from both that New York and that, you know, kind of LA side in terms of going in there and being able to switch it up and really make things work, which is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Always say there's a lot of feet to that. He said, I did not care for the beat, no hook, but the bars were nice. Shout out to Mark Space on that. All right, what do we got next? What do we got? Theo the artist. Oh, you sent a Apple Music and we don't accept those. So I mean, I could check and see if your thing is on YouTube. Let me see. The other artist with Foots. We'll see if it's on that. It's produced by Foots. The song is called Pyromancy. You say, yeah, it is. All right, I think I found it. I found it. Everybody listen to this or y'all's grounded. Actually, wait until the freaking thing plays. I gotta wait for these ads. Get out the way.
I just wanna get to know you. Can you keep it real? Just wanna get to know you, girl. Tell me how you feel. Just wanna get to know you. Can you keep it real? Just wanna get to know you, girl. Tell me how you feel, yeah. Out in Calabash, where shit going? You never asked me. Oh, hot like pyromancy. Girl on fire, Katniss Everdeen. Oh, live it in a movie scene. Ride a wave like the Mysticles. Off into the fucking dream. If life nothing but a dream. Oh, but can you keep it real? Just wanna get to know you, girl. Tell me how you feel. Just wanna get to know you, girl. Can you keep it real? Just wanna get to know you, girl. Tell me how you feel, yeah. Hot like romancy. Hot like pyromancy, oh. Hot like pyromancy. Hot like pyromancy, oh. Hot like pyromancy. Hot like pyromancy, oh. Hot like pyromancy. Hot like pyromancy, oh. As I see through the limit, it's just one thing that got me tripping. I say it's this one thing that got me slipping. I bet if I be up on that box, it be spitting. I know if I spit you
Nice
on
little
the block,
comeback.
you be with it. It's this one thing that got me slipping. Gotta remain Pete and stay up on my pippin'. I hope that you like me, and I guess I'm just trying to get to know you. Can you keep it real? Just wanna get to know you, girl. Tell me how you feel. Just wanna get to know you.
See my nose.
Keep it real. Just wanna get to know you, girl. Tell me how you feel. Yeah. Hot like romancy. Hot like pyromancy. Oh. Hot
Once
like
again, this is
pyromancy.
Theo the artist.
Hot like pyromancy.
Pyromancy.
Oh. Hot like pyromancy. Hot like pyromancy. Oh. Hot like pyromancy. Hot like pyromancy. Oh. Can you keep it real? Tell me how you feel. Can you keep it real?
Can you keep your Yeah, but yeah, you feeling shit. A lot of times I always like pick up a cup and spill the shit. Freaking people are knowing that I don't know what is happening. Freaking people are asking me freaking like if I rap again. Freaking am I an African or am I gonna hear you tell a freaking joke and laugh at it? Freaking I don't know what is like happening with the corner and crashing. I like this. Something about that mixture of like kind of neo soul meets like R&B, you know, and a little bit of, you know, I mean, it has an element that you can kind of like dance to, so that makes it a record that can be like a party record. It could be a record, you know, in the club and stuff like that. But also I think has a very like West Coast, you know, influence as well that a lot of people would love. Like, you know, Snoop Dogg hearing this, you definitely would want to, you know, yeah, Snoop Dogg in a moment song. I'm about to hop on and go with it. You know what I mean? So big salute to if that ever happens. You know, Snoop, E40, if Fonzo Bradley, you know what I mean? Oh shit. Get E40, Snoop Dogg, Too Short. Also on the song as well. I mean, we go through the whole, you know, line of West Coast. Anyways, you know, you got in there. Chorus was catchy, of course, you know what I'm saying? We like that. Every element, you know, had a place, and you know, I appreciate you even getting the record to a 3 minutes and 3 seconds. We hand out trophies when you're willing to do the work, right? If you're the opposite, if you're just like, let me, you know, let me show you a little something, and that's it. Like, again, for me personally, it will just never be, you know, enough. It'll always sound and feel like a sample. But like, I want to know what you guys, if you would have access to everything, like what kind of record, you know, would you make? How much would you put into it? And even more, right? I always pose the question, you know, if things were the opposite, right? We're trying to make music. We put in money to have to, you know, go in, maybe record ourselves at the studio, get things, you know, say mix and master, go do the video. All that still comes out of our pocket, right? But if it was the opposite, where you got paid to go to the studio, got paid to do live performances every time, got paid to do the music, whatever, all of the artistry, it's like you have to always ask yourself, am I giving a good enough performance for those matters, right? Like, you don't want to just do whatever and cash in a freaking check or whatnot, right? In fact, again, if the industry was like that, I would hope that they would pay you more the better that you do in the record. So if you didn't necessarily do a lot of song, if it's 1 or 2 minutes or whatnot, again, you'd get paid less, right? If you only went in and everything that you put in maybe is, you know, punched in or something like that, again, you paid less. If they can feel like it's a performance, a full song, you have sections to it, maybe you even go in and then bring in like a saxophone player, a guitarist, a violinist and stuff. I want the industry to work in the way to where if we were to do these things, that you'd get a bonus on the record, like once, you know, released or whatnot, right? Like, there'll be automatic pushes and promotions to the records, you know, we put out, as long as we go to, right? Maybe it has to be a licensed sort of like studio to make those things happen in the proper way, or a very specific, you know, kind of paperwork or whatever the case, or maybe an app, right? There's always a way to boil it down to something, you know, easy, but you know, they have to be willing to want to go in there and make that happen. Thank you for the follow. You said, I would listen to this on a good day, Jody had said, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. I mean, that's the best comment that we could ever get for our music, man. It's like, is my song good enough for people to want to listen to it more than once, or just, you know, when they're going through something, if you're exercising, anything like that. All right, we have Skinny Loke.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix.
This is what I want. With Wix, I can eat a BTT sound with Wix. All right, this is called Do Right in Me. Once again, we will do the Mortal Kombat trailer reaction towards the end of the show, and it may be, I mean, if I have time, I'll do the full Clips album, you know what I'm saying, reaction as well. We'll see what's up. We'll see how I feel. That if I was getting paid, I would knock it out the park, man. I'm saying, we gotta think about that. What up, Kaiju?
Keep the Remy in me. And mama said you ain't used to be this heartless, boy. Now do you fear any? I said mine. Do you know what struggle did with me? It got my thoughts pushed back like the steel hit me. But I still got a heart and I feel feelings. But these feelings real deep and I don't feel many. Niggas say I ain't right and it feels sickening. So with this semi-automatic, I don't feel friendly. This is all real talk, this ain't real bitchin'. Regardless how you feel, you should still listen. Cause I will hit ya. And naturally I got this heart full of gold that's pure. I think it's meant for giving. My life is worth a bigger mission than this big tension. I am sick and tired of losing, man, I'm into winning. I'm a sure shot deal, not an iffy. If you fake, I don't expect you to feel me. Yeah, really, don't mistake me for the rest. These people not, well, it's been oppressed like no other in this 21st century. It's me against the world, you ain't feeling how I'm feeling till the day the Lord get me keeping do right. right and kept Kane in the trap. I stayed with good grams in a semi-automatic. All I wanted was some cash. Real shit. But I'm a man and I'm all about building till the day the Lord get me. Check me out. Right and me.
Fox was loyal to a few, but the pussies broke my heart. You say you love a nigga, you weren't loyal from the start. The shit that I done grew up around done turned me to a criminal. I don't trust a soul, it got my feelings to a minimal. I ain't trying to kill you, cuz I'ma keep it sensible. But you don't get no second chance of rocking off a principle. Mama told me be a man and rock out on my own shit. Niggas say they love you, but realistically ain't on shit. I be in the hood, rockin' solo, I ain't ducking nothing. Always on the grind, hustling hard, trying to get me something. Trying to stay humble, but fuck around going blitz something. Niggas say it's money for a body, I'm trying to get something. Why he got me chill, but the Zanny got me on one. Pop like half the Addy with some drink, that bitch a home run. Dreams of my death, and niggas trying to get me, but until the Lord gets me, keep the do-right in me, nigga. Until the Lord gets me, keep the do-right in me. That's all I know is what my brother taught me, nigga.
Always keeping the do right. Don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but you know this too tight. Freaking, you know, like you need to tell freaking people what the hell, like even like that you like. Freaking, you don't know what it's like doing. Alright, Skinny Loke, do right in me. I like that. I feel like the words will resonate with the people on this one. You know, feel like an overall song that you know what, could be in there and stuff like that. And you had a very kind of like chill, you know, kind of way of approaching the record, right? Like nothing too crazy in terms of, you know, the energy. I only feel like artists need to get in there with more energy, more aggression, if the beat itself has more of a turn up, you know, kind of feel, right? If it's hype and, you know, has again, just a lot of energy into it and activity essentially in its production or whatnot. This one's more or less of a loop in certain, you know, areas or whatnot. But it works, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of imagine a little bit of a music video with it. And time wise, I think it's at somewhere in like the it was like 2 minutes and 40 or whatnot. So again, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Thank you for the like, Kaiju, man. Thank you. Hold on right quick as we proceed to give you what you need. We're gonna head back into the lineup. Let me make sure that we are good. And as a quick reminder or whatnot, we do play one song per artist in the free line every show that we go live or whatnot. One song per artist or whatnot. So if you have your, you know, if you've gotten your free song of the day, you will have to send a skip to get an extra song played or whatnot. That way we can get as many of you guys in as possible or whatnot. And of course, you know, there's the back-to-back, you know, skips and stuff like that will help you do that. Mark, we got yours up right now. Let me see if I'm able to get to it easy. What did you see this with? Diverse man, also freaking send it. That's what's up. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. This is Mark Space with Lock Unlock.
Too skinny, I sell it, wait. Got two phones like Kevin Gates. Too thrown, I let him wait. Don't go serving, I set him straight. No matter the issue, I probably address it. Tell him the time and the place. GPS, they finding a way. Never gave keys out, that was the safe. Lock, unlock. I'm still locked in. She's too sick of me, that's the tick of me still. We ain't talking. Got some visions, just how I see it. Don't wanna rap, just wanna be it. I was still geek before y'all tweaking. I was still dissing before y'all sneaking. Used to calling me Yankee way before they would thank me. Accepting the words like thank you. Slip out of foreign, not speaking the language. Keeping it pouring it up to the ankles. Feel so weird just saying it. Not many I'm cool with, that I can hang with. Too many I'm cool with, turning to hangman. Guessing the phrase still, couldn't go change it. Lining Counting up when it's time for the bank and turning celebrities out of the major. Still infinity, what's got into me? Feel like 10 of me. Arms like centipedes, waving the hundreds of hunches, the bunches they wanna get rid of me. Too skinny, I sell it, wait. Got 2 phones like Kevin Gates. Too thrown, I let them wait. Don't go swerving, I set them straight. No matter the issue, I probably address it. Tell them the time and the place. GPS, they finding a way. Never gave keys out. I'm still locked in, like bars for days. Far from better days. Scars I wanna save. Keep that lane, don't swerve or change. No stars align. 2 phones like Kevin Gates. No stairs I wanna climb. All right now, don't set aside. Not my circle, you're not my side. Not my purpose, it's not my vibe. Not so certain you do or die. It's so much bigger than you or I. You gotta be kidding me, so many clones and mini-me's. I get too thrown like sick of me, still in the thick of it. I couldn't give a shit if they are feeling me. After all of these years, wondering what's the appeal to me. I just don't feel that you're real to me. Lying the wildebeest, too skinny, I sell it, wait. Got 2 phones like Kevin Gates. Too thrown, I let them wait. Don't go swerving, I set them straight. No matter the issue, I probably address it. Tell them the time and the place. GPS, they finding a way. Never gave keys out, that was the safe. Lock, unlock. I'm still locked in. She's too sick of me, that's the tick of me still. We ain't talking. Got some visions, just how I see it. Don't wanna rap, just wanna be it. I was still geek before y'all tweaking. I was still dissing before y'all sneaking.
Where did you go, though? All the time when I figure rhyme, I be taking the photo. Cause y'all don't know what the hell freaking Quasimodo or Frodo went. Or what the fuck happened to Toto. And the Wizard of Oz, like, matter of fact, you know what? Shout out to all the freaking people ripping you off whenever. What am I talking about? Let me go into this over here. Big salute. Shout out to Mark's Face. We often talk about consistency on the show with a lot of artists who send because they are often consistent with being able to, you know, have certain things like good beat selection and performance. And in some cases, regardless of the genre, right? This is an artist who I've, you know, seen in more alternative rock records as well as rap. And, you know, he shows that love for it, you know, each time. I don't feel like there's ever a time where I was like, you need to go back in and, you know, do this, rewrite that. Like, you know, like I always feel like you get in there with the right, you know, cadence and, you know, vibes that the production, you know, brings. And I really love that beat as well, right? So shout out to, you know, the production and, you know, for you, just hopefully being able to see more videos, you know, from you in the near future for a lot of these records, whether something is brand new or a throwback. I think people underestimate like the older records that maybe you're just, you know, again, sometimes you just go into like, let me make record after record after record and you just kind of release, you know, you don't really have a plan to sort of like make a lot of videos just per se yet. But I think if you do a lot of the releases without that sort of same rollout, you know, you end up getting kind of discouraged from doing the video for it because you feel like, well, people have already heard the song. It's not going to be new to them. But here's what we need to remember, right? Something old to you will always be new to someone else. Doesn't matter how old it is, as long as it doesn't have a dated feel and sound, people will resonate with it if it's good or whatnot. So you know, even if you feel like you've made it, man, you're still gonna need to promote your music and get it out there. You know, because I put it like this, right? Lil Dicky had been grinding for a cool minute, right? My mom knows who he is only because of his show Dave. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you, like, she didn't even know like he really did music, you know, like that or whatnot. Not to show her like the sort of songs and videos. But that aspect of like, you know, again, an artist can be out there, be doing things, you know what I'm saying, getting known, having a big fan base, and then still need to do a little bit more to get on that different, you know, radar with someone different, because not everybody is paying attention to the same outlets. There was a time though where like the world was tuned in to kind of the same stuff. We'd all watch like BET, MTV, and VH1 as those sort of like premier music channels on where we sort of, learn about music. We see the music videos, the artists that we like, the interviews, and it would be that thing that would sort of, tune us into it. Now that sort of has changed this era, right? Like it's still an essence that's there, but not for everyone. YouTube and certain platforms, TikTok, like the platforms have now taken that sort of discovery into a different level or whatnot, because something can go viral overnight if people do love the visuals in a certain way. And it just depends on what you sort of do with it or whatnot. But yeah, not bad. And then Diverse said, indeed. So true, you know what I'm saying? MySpace, man. Yep. Then we also tell you about the whole aspect that, Tierra Whack came through and did a full, album where she did videos to everything. That made it fun to listen to get in there and really kind of, even when it comes to like reactions, like we love to do it to records, but like videos is a whole nother thing, right? You got the visuals and the audio sort of like working in tandem together, and trying to see what it can bring or whatnot. So things like that I think are a little bit of the future if we let it. Hold on, what like happened? Gotta get back in my my email. Give me a second.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on.
Exactly.
I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Like, do it. Like, and again, go kind of rewatch Tierra Whack's Whack World, project or whatnot, get some inspiration. There was like maybe 2 videos that she had that sort of like connected to each other in some way, right? But then, everything else was, it all felt like abstract. Like each set that she was sort of like on felt, very different, very artsy, what I'm saying? Lots of either colors or, devices and certain things. The imagery was fun. Now if you connect something, right, you give people a little bit of a short film and a music video all in one, and then you put that together as an album, right? You give people something that feels like an experience that is dope. And like it depends on how creative you get with it as well too, because you could go like hip hopera. You know what I mean? Essentially like R. Kelly would do, right? When he would sort of get on records where it would be a little bit of a movie and a song at the same time, and he'd be like sort of like singing the words or whatnot. So if you're sort of, kind of having the scenes play out, but like within the sort of, scene, then you go there, man. I feel like, again, that has a lot of dope, playing in as well. And is it I was working on the first 48 episodes, but that's let's look at that. That's what shoot. I see with my right knee. Alright, let's go ahead and get back into the lineup. Let me see. Eyes on Me for the type beat from Buckshot. Oh, you actually sampled that Tupac. Everybody. All eyes on me, freaking Tupac, freaking. A lot of people are freaking do things that freaking are probably going to get you shot, freaking. I don't know what the hell to do, but a lot of people be like, man, you talk too much, freaking. You don't know why the hell that I freaking threw up, freaking. I went on a thing that I didn't know what it was, but turned on the computer, freaking. You know that there's a lot of people who like, moolah, you need to get it though. People also like, what the fuck was that shit? You need to spit it slow. I don't know what the hell I'ma do right now, but I know I can kind of get a terrific flow. And people pop up, freaking, they like, Dorky, I like you, and this is a terrific show. I'm like, cool, I'm about to hit this, and I give you this beat for Christmas, bro. It's not mine, no dog, I didn't make it. There's a lot of places with this beat, man, I can take it. There's a lot of time when I'm sizzling like some bacon. I don't even know what's wrong with this freaking beat, I'ma break it in freaking half. And I know that I'ma be that fool that'll be like, hey dog, salam alaikum. Or I'm in the lake when freaking I'm just chilling, and man, I'm in the building. Don't even really know if I really like need to ever go stand up on a skillet. But dog, you know, I need to slap. A lot of freaking movies that I just need to watch. People also like, there's a lot of bugs that you need to squash, or you have a ball and there's like, I guess, a hoop, then in that thing you need to toss it inside so it gets the score. There's a lot of time when people like want to get some more of the freaking beat that they freaking have. I could go across the street and freaking tell y'all that there's a lot of ways that I can. Let me stop. I mean, what do y'all, people are gonna feel some type of way about the Tupac. What the freak? You scared the shit out of me with this switch up. I mean, cheat code. I mean, I think we're good. He like slightly switches it up. I feel like it's a cheat code. Okay, so two things, right? Certain people will feel some type of way if whatever artist gets on it doesn't acknowledge the sample, right? And mostly, right, every single time that I've heard artists in, you know, the kind of lane that I'm hearing, you know, the sort of like drums in, so to speak, they always just kind of get on and just rap about whatever, right? In the kind of same way where I was freestyling and stuff like that, but at least I mentioned Tupac and stuff. Most artists are gonna get on that and just like randomly rap. They may not, you know, say even all eyes on me and stuff like that, but like, I'm always gonna try to remind you guys that if you do, right, if you get on a beat that samples anything that is known by other people, and sometimes you may not know, and so you do have to do a little bit of your research and due diligence, but if the sample is known in a way like that, like, or, you know, maybe it's sampling The Walking Dead or Rick and Morty or something, right? I love using that example because you guys can all get it. If you get on these records and you don't acknowledge who the original artist was or the original record, or pay homage to it in some way, you're almost somewhat shooting yourself in the foot. It'll still be something dope that comes on, kind of passes by, you know, to certain people. But if you pay homage, right, you get people who are fans of that artist to tap in and, you know, embrace you a little bit more, because they know that you are a fan too in some cases. If you're not, then, you know what I'm saying, it'll still show that you did some of the research and respected the source material. And people will, I think, embrace you a little bit more, whatnot, right? They never want to feel like you're just simply trying to replace the, you know, original record and that's it, you know. So whatever you can do within there. And what you say? So I was working. You said most might not even know and stuff like that. Yeah, man. Yeah, but that's again, and that's a little bit of a problem, man. We have to start like doing as much research as possible so we can make those kind of decisions of like, you know, let me actually put in that work and, you know, see what kind of stuff I can put in lyric wise, theme wise. You know what I mean? You never know.
Baby, yeah. Come on. Well, alright, alright. So just single, me never know. Me connect with you from long before.
Got the magic. Purchase your tracks today.
Long time me
check for you.
You better purchase your tracks today.
Never more friction, about by the boot. Them me bucking at the club, by yourself the vibe. Green light, the boy in a review. No one for them to she not gonna curfew. But you a drink, show me what I waste to. Then grind, panic, I can give me free.
Purchase your tracks today.
Last car face like I've been a queue. Tell me destination, rendezvous. Begin to whatever you been to. Look on your face, but on me you been to. Brace yourself, this long overdue. Turn back way, make them make a tan you. It gets for cashing on the pop.
Purchase your tracks today.
Oh my gosh, man. Purchase the track today. Purchase a track under the task, thinking you just gotta purchase it back. Thinking I don't know what the hell I'ma do. Picking another people don't even like know if I'm
because I'm Amazonas, Mr. All Night. Take out my socks, but I'm a forget it, right? Captain Morgan with the sword. Strike working, gripping when you're my compete. When me point to the star bar, when me I got send it right down in your belly, my girl, keep it steady. Make your toes curse,
practice your tracks.
Purchase your tracks today.
Last guy is like up in a few. Tell me destination, rendezvous. Magenta, whatever you been do. Look on your face, but on me you been do. Brace yourself, this long overdue. Turn back, way, let them make a tan true. You get focused, you don't know what to do.
Purchase your tracks today.
That keeps taking us out. Oh my gosh! If you don't purchase that track yesterday, my brother. Purchase that track right now. That's why they do that. That's why they do. That's exactly why they do that. You know what I'm saying? So when you get on there, you basically are fit with the like the bill of like, yeah, nah, you better get, cause like we can see the example of what the record can be, right? Like if that's the overall goal in the first place, there is potential to it. It's a more Afrobeat kind of centric record. Like, you sung typically what we'd hear, on these records and did it in that right way. With that said, if you really want it to be out there, if you believe in it, purchase that track so it can be yours, and then you don't have to worry about maybe seeming a little bit, cheaper or whatnot. Like any and all artists who have ever sent records to our show where we're able to hear that tag, they purchase your track today. Like we don't mind a producer tag, right? We're like, if it's Alchemist, you know what I'm saying? So certain tags, they go with the beat, and you feel like you need that there. For people to know it's the legit, producer and stuff like that. But when it's this, it's basically saying, you're not, at least with this record, investing in yourself, just yet. And you're just, kind of trying to take the easy route, so far or whatnot. And again, we can see the potential, but do not release this on all platforms and then not have purchased the track. You want it to be as natural as possible, and like that, it's a distraction, man. Like you're trying to enjoy the track, you finally get into it, and every time, like it can just tell, right, when you're at that cusp of just like, like, oh man, I'm loving this right now, and then purchase your tracks today. And then they're like, bro, if you don't, so it makes us want to tell you to go in and do that, you know what I'm saying, as fast as possible, please. And said you can cut it, so good. Yeah, go purchase that track though, you know what I'm saying, and then go do the video and stuff like that. Otherwise, you're gonna have some chick in the video. Purchase your tracks today, you know what I'm saying, every time that comes up, but you gotta act like it's a part of the song and shit. Anyways, that would be hilarious. Purchase your tracks today.
Remember them days, some BB guns. Now a nigga getting cake with a bigger gun. Make a nigga get low, make him duck and run. Can't let shit go on my mama's son. My young nigga slamming there, do you something. Put a hole in your head like a hole in one. Big me got locked in, get a bun. My pie got nice like a Cinnabon. Only one gave hope on the chosen one. Can't buy you a bow, better grow you one. How you say it, you chirpy and so shit. Come shot with the troop on too legit. I ain't shoot no bloop, I'm good at this. Treat your wife like a bitch, I'll make her sick. Give a grown man this, she can't resist. Never ask for the pain that just came with this. On 4D, nigga better fool my daddy. And nigga won't smoke, just see me to add it to a gay guy toast me. Fight like a Dre, put a tag on the toe for you thinking no leg on buckle a bar, tryna fuck up the street for a thing you know, make it run up a tree. Beat no one, can't beat number 3. I feel like the man when I'm clutching the beat. I front you a old, better pay what you owe. Put that on your head, down spanking some more. I'm still sipping red shit, fuck on my growth. Don't really give a fuck about the pole some more. Mama said, son, gon' read what you sow. I bought a QP and I sold me some more. By the move to the E, put smoke on my fro. We slime creep 50, be doing the most. Still doing my thing for my brother, my kid. Put foot on the line, cause I need me a squid. Told me little bro, you gon' burn up the bridge. I never did, at least God know how it is. Got a lot of my mind, still handle my bitch. From deep from the line, still sound for the mid. Just give me some time, still learning my seat. When shit get right, I'ma fuck up the ring.
Yeah, I'm riding with B, yeah, we handle the business. Fuck them C2, I hit them with the switch. Them 556, can't dodge them bitches. Can't jump on fence, get left in the ditch. That pussy so wet, got me dodging these bitches. I hop out the car, is that what you 40? I ain't gon' lie, I can't be Rick and Morty. Me and Cuz been beating up the block. AR, that bitch got a big bump start. My chase ass, he ain't gon' get away. Face his ass, 556 to his face. Backpack on me inside the bitch Drake. Can't get out on me, I leave your ass stuck. I ain't got that Cuz, I know he got a tuck and the Glock in 2 hands, so I ain't got a duck. This GD shit, nigga, I came through the butt. Nigga capping on wax, smoking him in that butter. Capping on wax, smoking him in that town. Can't even lie, be all in the mind. Little bro, so GD, I call him Lil Craig. I ain't tricking on the hoe, that shit, they're dead. Slide the block, I just one tap of head. I don't fuck with no pro, man, that shit, they're dead. 12 get behind us, we fleeing the scene. Glizzy on us, I can't be seen. Cuz got both of them grounds, he count. When I slide on the block, I be trying to get low. When I slide on the block, I be smoking out the boat. When I ride in the field, riding with thick bitch. She say it did good, I know it's the truth. She say it did good, I know it's the bomb. Put digging the hole, I bitch swap bomb. Pull out the car, I'm pulling the trick. Thick ass bitch say she want her a trick. I can't even lie, I might give her a treat. Fuck her one time, I do repeat. Can't set me up, cause I ain't even coming. I ain't coming at all. I bet you a thumb. D55C, Leo, bitch that run. He stand on bitch head, now I ain't coming. He tryna fight little bro, they make a scene. Slime the block, he ain't know I got a bean, got B in the video. Yeah, we looking for the lane. I'm out in the field tryna hustle some green. I'm out in the field tryna hustle some cash. Told you once, I ain't tell you again. Flashing who, nigga won't flash again. Sending shots, nigga won't send again. I'm riding solo with a G-Lock tuck. Why ain't shoot at the car, nigga, have him be shook. He ain't stand no bitch, he ain't tryna get bugged. I lay out the shots, I bet the ass duck. I call it Bay, watch how I be in that push. Call me the Wayne, slam a nigga down. Big rod ball, put his ass on the ground. GD shit, nigga, I always be around. What?
Alright, big salute, 1 to 10, and y'all feedback is of course welcome on that. Honestly, in my opinion, I do feel like the energy was kind of, whatever, on the track. You both essentially got out there a little bit like you were, bored or whatnot. You did have a structure, a little bit of a consistent, way of sort of like rapping, on it or whatnot, but it lacked the sort of, the energy that, I think would have made it a little bit, funner or whatnot, right? And then, like, we jump right into the, right after talking about artists sampling things and not really paying homage to the record itself, right? We jump right into sort of like another one of those, kind of scenarios where you didn't necessarily acknowledge the song that it was sampling per se. And again, I'm telling you, man, the fans will champion your song if you pay more homage in that way. That's all you guys got to do. And some of you guys, you're just like, let me just treat it like a beat. I'm not clapping for that, but as of right now, that will be the end of the submissions at the freaking moment or whatnot. I'm gonna jump into the I'm gonna do a Mortal Kombat 2 official teaser trailer, reaction right now, and then maybe we'll listen to the clips, album after that. We'll see. I'm gonna decide whether I'm gonna do like one song, at the end of each episode and try to take from there or what. We'll see though. But so I appreciate you guys for tapping in. We always got some great music every episode. For those of you on the TikTok side, I'll see you guys, later or whatnot. If I can, I'll try to come back, maybe play some freaking games or whatnot, or we'll do another show and stuff like that. We'll do one tomorrow though, for sure. So give me a bit, and then we'll sort of do the thing. Give me a second.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so...
Alright. Let's title this Combat this. Let's go ahead and give it a record. Alright, y'all already know what it is, man. Listen, we're gonna do the quick reaction for Mortal Kombat 2 official Uncaged Fury teaser trailer 2025, you know what I'm saying, with Carl Urban. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how we feel about this right here. Hold on. Well, that's giving itself time to load up.
From New Line Cinema, the studio that brought you Cool Hand Cage, Hard to Cage, and Rebel Without a Cage, comes Uncaged Fury. Starring Johnny Cage.
It's showtime.
They pissed him off. They fucked with his shades.
No.
They should have brought more guys.
You should have brought more guys.
Says the trailer line. Oh my gosh.
Uncaged Fury. Coming to a theater near you this October.
Oh my gosh, man. What do you guys think about that? Did I hear like a Nintendo Switch click when you put the middle finger up or something like that? Anyways, man, not bad for a teaser trailer, right? You know what I'm saying? If anybody knows Johnny Cage from the Mortal Kombat franchise, right? He's the one character who's essentially an actor and a movie star, in B movies, but gets sucked into that sort of Mortal Kombat world. So these are the exact kind of trailers you would see from his stuff. I think it's perfect, man. Like, this is honestly, like, I wanted Deadpool. When Deadpool essentially came out, when it was finally doing its like my foot in the MCU, and stuff, I wanted them to essentially do what they did with like Lilo and Stitch. When Lilo and Stitch essentially first came out, they did a lot of like spoof trailers of Stitch just happening to be there at like pivotal moments in some of those older movies or whatnot. And so having Deadpool sort of like poke fun at a lot of other movies and franchises is he's the only character who can do that. and like actually get the actors to pop up and you know, have fun with it or whatnot. So I'm hoping that there'll be some more of that from Deadpool, you know, in the future or whatnot. And we'll see how far they go within the movie. And, you know, he's going to be that sort of like fish out of water, you know, character when it comes to Carl Urban, you know, as Johnny Cage within this film. But it should be something that is, you know, fun. I haven't really heard the full cast list of other, you know, people who are going to enter the fray, but I am hoping to see some of my favorites in terms of, you know, like I love you know, again, I love all the ninja, you know, the Lin Kuei and those characters and whatnot. I want to see a proper Scorpion still, you know, with the you know, the same sort of like ninja get up, all the colors, Rain, Ermac, Noob, Cybot, and so on. So we'll see what they bring it into, and you know, if we actually get the tournament this time around, should be you know, fun though. I do hope that the action does step it up a notch though. I will say I do hope the action steps it up a notch. So we'll have to see what happens, you know, there. Let me go ahead and in the stream and that. Yeah, man, my nose is just doing too much or whatnot. So I'm gonna do the clips one later or off stream, and then we'll just have to like post that. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Make sure you guys tap back in.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so